What is up, my friends, and welcome to a special end of the year video. I think I made a similar video in 2023, but I forgot last year if I remember correctly. So today what we're gonna do is I'm gonna try to recreate my top 10 cheeses and builds of 2025. I believe I made a list of the builds that I wanted to try and recreate. I believe there were one or two builds for 2v2 in there, and then the rest is going to be 1v1. Now we're playing against a Zerg. And the first challenge that I wanted to do was actually a challenge that kind of happened by accident. It wasn't a challenge that we were doing in the moment, but it happened. And it is the supply block challenge. And the reason why I want to do it is because, first of all, that game was freaking funny. Second of all, you guys always ask me to do some kind of supply block challenge. So here we are. We're playing against the Zerg. Perfect. I'm going to make a lot of Vikings and just try to supply block him until the end of time and win the game that way. That's basically going to be the plan. Now, we're playing against Guru. I think that is probably the real one. If you guys don't know who Guru is, he's a very peculiar guy. He was a pro-level player like 8 years ago, and he kind of comes back and goes. He used to be the biggest grinder on the ladder. I think he played like 40 games a day. Like, it was actually pretty crazy. One of the players that has his complete own playstyle as well. Didn't seem to copy anyone else, so that is always fun to go up against, of course. Now, let's see. Do we have any plan besides the fact that we're going to supply block him forever? I am not sure yet. I suppose we're going to have to be afraid of two things, right? So first of all, you can struggle against early game timing attacks if you're going to go for Vikings. So I might have to make like one safety Banshee before going into Vikings, like even without Cloak, for example. And then the second part is that I think Hydras are going to be the scariest, and then followed by Vipers / Infestors, okay? So Hydras are going to be scary because they're just good against Vikings, and they're, going to be able to hit a pretty devastating timing attack, which is going to be unpleasant, to say the least. And I think Planetary's probably going to be a good enough answer to that, but I want to say that very carefully. Now, he did send out a couple links. I'm just going to make a second Marine before I make the reactor here. That should be okay. I clicked on the gas. He only had 90 gas mined at the time, I believe. So nothing really to be too afraid of. I think we can just comfortably go for a third command center over here. Now, I'm trying to look very closely at the minimap to see when the Zerglings are going to come in. It is a Roach Warren, actually. Oh, okay. So no link speed, but it is going to be a Roach Warren. Do I really want to respond to this? Like, drastically, I mean? Obviously, I want to respond to what I'm scouting, but I don't know if I need to do something drastic. Probably not, I want to guess. Okay, this is a little crazy. Be careful when you're going to copy this, but I'm going to go for the third command center anyway. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a very important rescout, because he could have canceled that, okay. If we saw there that he didn't cancel it, I would have made a couple bunkers. And now, yeah, I mean, our response is already pretty much perfect. We can do many things from this point on. I think, first of all, I'm going to make that reactor. I have the exact amount of Marines for a bunker, which is nice. Now, what units do I want to build? It's possible that he's still going to try to attack me at some point, but now we know it's at least going to be delayed for a while, right? I could go for another... What do you guys think the chances he actually rebuild the Roach Warren? I feel like there's a small chance that I look again and there's going to be a Roach Warren. I'm actually pretty excited now, please. Oh, that would have been so funny if there was not a Roach Warren here. I mean, technically, he could have canceled that in that moment, but probably not. Okay, I'm going to make a tech lab there so I can make tanks. I think that's a good idea. And then we're going to go straight into the Vikings. So I think the best start for this game is to just go for the 5 command center setup now, right? Like we get... Planetary over... Actually, I might as well build this on the outside. Planetary over here. Planetary... Oh, actually, wait. On this map... Oh, wait. 5 command center setup seems pretty nice, actually, because there's a bunch of very important locations. Now, I wanted to scout first. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. Actually, a slightly unfortunate command center position. Ooh, wait. This could actually be a little scary, guys. Not gonna lie. But yeah, this is a big position. This is a big position as well. Do I need this planetary? I probably do, right? Yeah, I do think I need that planetary. Okay, let me get an eBay. For a second, I was considering making this into an orbital, but that would be an incredibly stupid idea, I think. So let's skip that. Yeah, I think we're just gonna fly it away for now. And then I'm gonna start scanning the map for overlords. Probably get these extra... Actually, I'll get the gases after my 5th command center. That sounds about right, right to me. For now, my build should look incredibly weird to him, by the way. Like, this this barely looks like a build what I'm doing. This looks like the kind of stuff you play against where you play against a Platinum League mech Terran. Like it's not necessarily an efficient build, but it gets you to the point where you want to be, right? Which is to have a bunch of mech units with upgrades and ideally planetaries as well. Okay, so the Overlord scanning has begun. I know from a lot of experience, of course, that you need... Actually, I forgot the number. I was saying it so confidently. I think you need 8 Vikings to one-shot the Overlords, and that is where we want to be. Actually, this tank would have been very nice if it was a little bit closer, that is for sure. I'm kind of surrounding his perimeter... You guys see this? I'm surrounding his perimeter with Vikings right now, which looks incredibly funny. Like, his base is going to end up being surrounded by Vikings, so his Overlords can't leave. Found another one over here, which is nice. I think that is Overlord number 2 or number 3. Not 100% sure. But he's making a lot of Vikings, which kind of scares me a little bit. Like, I do need to get these bases up. Yeah, it is really a lot of units. There we go. Okay. So my tank is going to do a lot of work here. That's the important part. Actually, 2 tanks I have over here. Now, he might try to attack this side as well. He sees that I have 1,000,000 Vikings. I'm going to make turrets. I don't know why, actually. It's just... Something is instinctively telling me to make turrets, even though I have anti-air and stuff. I'm not even sure what my brain is afraid of right now, but actually I scanned that base already. Let's see. Roaches, okay. Is that bad? I don't think that's bad at all, actually. I already have the tanks up. Now I can move these tanks to a very nasty spot on this high ground over here. And I'm starting to feel like we are very well covered already. Okay, so I have 7 Vikings. Let's wait for Viking number 8. It's either 7, 8, or 9 Vikings that you need, and I'm starting to be afraid that it's 9. I think 7 or 8 should be okay, though. Now, what else do I make besides this? Please. Okay, thank you. I was afraid he would walk in the tank and I wouldn't be able to shoot it. Okay, so here we go. We have a lot of Vikings. Now, obviously, I don't have to play Mass Viking, but I know there's also been one of you guys in the comments posting every single day asking for me to play Mass Vikings, so I feel like at this point we might as well. I guess I might as well just make Vikings from this starport forever. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go for multiple starports, but I guess we'll see. Okay, so this is just gonna be a very sneaky flyby, and hopefully we can catch, yeah, I don't know, like the entire clump of Overlords. Even like 5 would be fine, but the entire clump would obviously be ideal. Now, this is such a funny setup that I have going on. Here, let's see, where are the Overlords? Give them to me. I really want the Overlords now. Let's get building armor as well for the planetary. There's an infestation pit. So it looks like he's getting ready. Okay. Oh, we found it, I think. Maybe? Well, it's just... Why are they spreading creep? There's a spire! Okay, I mean, are we actually going to get to play Mass Vikings? At this rate, we kind of are. He's probably wondering, what on earth am I playing against? I thought this guy was high MMR. Like, what is this crap, you know? Okay, I mean, if he's gonna go for a spire, I think I'm actually gonna get air upgrades instead of ground upgrades. I was planning to make more factories, by the way, but I mean, at this rate, I might as well just build more starports. I think that he is going to go for a lot of mutas, because he hasn't spent his gas on anything. Like, I feel like all we've seen is, like, I don't know, 5 roaches or whatever. So he probably has 1,000,000 gas, okay? And I think he was probably going to try to catch my Vikings. So I fell back at this time. Oh, I should get servos for sure, so I can land these Vikings as well. I'm going to fall back until we confirm that it's mutas or not. And then if we don't see them, let's do a little scan here. Nothing here. Oh, here are the Overlords. It's Corruptors. Okay. That's very surprising. I mean, Corruptors are not that great. I mean, they're pretty good against Vikings, but they're not that amazing. Like, mutas would have caught them a lot faster, right? Huh. The thing we have to be afraid most of now, I'm actually surprised it's not going to be Hydras. He really struck me as a Hydra kind of guy, but I guess not. We have to be afraid of the spellcasters, because one fungal can absolutely ruin all of our Vikings, and that is unpleasant. There we see 2 infestors down already. I mean, that is really not enough Corruptors, brother. You do not want to fight this. Stop it. Okay, there we go. Can I fly? Oh, man, I really want to get to all of the Overlords, but I don't know if we can get there. Oh, I want to do it so bad. I want to just fly around to this massive clump of Overlords over here, guys. Come on. I feel like I deserve to kill that amount of Overlords, you know, going for this challenge and all. Okay. Servos is almost done. Alright, is he still chilling out here? Not yet. I'm actually gonna make a sensor tower here, just so I can look at his army. Ah, he does have a lot of creep, though. It's the thing is, it's really just not that many corruptors. I feel like I'm being absolutely insane for doing this, but it's really just not that many corruptors that's there. Okay, he's making more. That is nice to see. I guess we'll just snipe one and go away. He's gonna follow me with the infestors probably. Looks like he might be trying to cut me off there. I mean, I have so many turrets and tanks here. I think we're just completely safe. The next step is just going to be the Viper, really. Like, Vipers are going to be pretty terrifying. Because he has a lot of links, it's pretty scary for me to move out with my tanks. So that is a problem that we can face later. It's annoying for me that he didn't go for like a big attack, because I wanted to, you know, go for the supply blocks, of course. Now he's gonna see that I have a good amount of defenses over here. Let's see what it is. Okay. I don't see his army. I don't think he wanna fight against that, to be honest, but maybe. He's gonna stand behind it. Okay, where are the infestors? The infestors are... Did I see them? I think I saw them. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna split. I'm gonna split against the This is so stupid. We're actually gonna kill every single corruptor just like that. Where are the infestors? Oh, there we are. We found them. I can actually land these as well, by the way. And let's do a little land. Yeah, actually, maybe just snipe this spore crawler. That'd be nice already. And then we pick ourselves up, go away, make sure to resaturate our gases, because that's going to be important. We are going to get fungal, I think. Biles are... Nah, actually, we're fine against the biles as well. I don't have to worry about it too much. Might as well snipe those overseers, I guess. There we go. And we're going to keep flying on into the main base. Let's see if I can find anything here. I mostly have... Oh, look. Corruptor. That is nice. Okay, love to see it. That is a random tank. Not going to be able to make that base because of that, unfortunately. Let's try to go for this one, I suppose. Let's see, there's no infestors over here. Try to finish his base as well. Okay, that is a corruptor. It's going to be a very nice land. Yeah, he does not want to fight against this, that is for sure. We're going to be able to kill the spore crawlers here as well. And I think at this point we really have to get out, because we're going to get cooked eventually, I think. Okay, we killed another couple units without looking. Hashtag Terran life, guys. Put planetaries and tanks and turrets everywhere, and sometimes you'll get lucky and kill random stuff. I mean, it didn't look like it was that much. It looked like it was like a Ravager and a Roach or something like that, but still. Any kill is going to be very nice for us. Now, what we have to be afraid of is that our guy is going to be significantly richer than us, I think. I mean, we haven't done anything against his economy, if you guys remember how Zerg works. They get hella rich if you don't do anything about it, basically. That's why you usually want to attack against Zerg. Now, I mean, we've got a decent amount of overlords this game, right? Like, I want to say we're probably approaching 10 or so, if you calculate the overseers as well. But we haven't really gotten to the main clump yet, which is going to be the main goal of this, of course. 2-2 is going to finish somewhat soon. Let's see if we can find a base over here. I mean, for now, this is turning more into Mass Vikings than a supply block challenge, which is also fun, of course, but it's a different thing, so I'm going to keep trying to go for it. Let's see. Oh, that is... Oh, I thought it was an infestor because I saw energy. Oh my goodness, that is actually so terrifying, seeing an energy bar. Yeah, there's a... I mean, it's a decent amount of infestors, but at the same time, I feel like if I... He's making Brute Lords? I mean, I would love to explain that to you guys. I mean, I guess he... I don't... Why is he making Brute Lords? Oh, man. Okay, why he's making Brute Lords is because in his head, he is just playing against mech and not necessarily against Mass Viking, okay? So he's gonna go for Infestor Viper and then use the Brute Lords to counter my ground units, that's it. But I'm actually just playing Mass Vikings, so it looks really funny that he's making Brute Lords. I mean, at this point I have... How many Vikings is this? This is 30 Vikings that I have right here. In total, I have... I think there was 36 that I just saw. Hey, we got some Overlords. Let's go. Very nice. Ooh. Okay, let's just do some premature splitties over here. I can also land a couple of them if I feel like it, by the way. Maybe it's a good idea, actually, to just land a couple. And then we just target down the infestors one by one. There we go. Actually, some pretty... Oh, no, do not split like that. Or, what do you call it? Clump like that, please. Yeah, it's going to be hard to get in there, that is for sure. Did I get my... Yeah, I did get both of my upgrades. Okay, then I guess the links are just going to be quite strong there. How am I going to deal with this mass freaking... Infestor army? I don't really know yet, if I'm being honest. Like, this is going to be very, very difficult. I'm making +3 for my Vikings now. Let's see. He doesn't have good air upgrades at all. He does have +2 armor for the ground. I'm going to make a sneaky second planetary over here that he might not realize. Yeah, those links are freaking strong, eh? Like, they're just chilling through the planetary pretty much, which is crazy. Wait, I didn't even remember that links survive a planetary shot. That is interesting. Huh. Was it always the case? I feel like that's... Huh, okay. Well, that actually kind of surprised me. Now, what sucks for me, guys, is that my opponent is actually playing this very well. Because he's making links that can counter all my bases and stuff, which is annoying, because I might as well fly this one over. Building armor is doing really good for me. Hey, what we're gonna do here, guys, is we're gonna switch over to making mass blue flame Hellions. That is the idea. Because he doesn't really seem to be going for roaches anymore. He's just making mass links, so he can kill my bases. And I can't really do much about it with my tanks and Thors. I mean, at this point I can, but tanks and Thors are not good against Zerglings. Okay, they suck against Zerglings, in fact. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna semi-sacrifice them. I mean, I can always just land these Vikings and destroy the links if he wants to fight here. Look how good they are. They still killed all of the tanks here, by the way. Right? Every single one. I think they might have killed every single one, which is crazy. Okay, here we go. The Viking army continues. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna be making... mass blue flame Hellion, basically. That's the plan. Now, I don't know if we're ever gonna get through the middle. He does have a lot of supply in links still. Okay. I think I'm just gonna land a couple of these, and then we're just gonna end up going for it. I think that is the right play here. Gonna make sure to keep splitting these air Vikings. And he looks like he's coming back. Oh wait, hey guys, we're on top of the freaking Overlord line finally. Oh, I don't think you want to be doing that actually. Oh wait, that is massive. Can we get a lot of it? Oh, I think we got a lot of infestors there. Look at that. There's only a couple left. Now we can pick them up in the air again. And now his army is Brute Lords. There we go. Okay, the Brute Lords are getting cooked. And now, guys, are we going to land on the army? That is not what we're going to do here, in fact. We are going to kill these freaking Overlords, finally. Now, it looks like he did already rebuild. So I think we're going to try to dip out here at this point and try to repair our stuff. I think that's the right idea. Then I'm going to make... Don't rally in there. Then I'm going to make a bunch of reactors, and then we're going to make blue flame Hellions and see if we can do something from here. Yeah, I really applause to my opponent here, because I feel like he's playing a strategically fantastic game. Really, really good stuff here by him. Let's see, we're going to get attacked in the middle by queens, apparently, which, yeah, I think my planetaries are going to be okay against that for some reason. Now, I don't want him to mine from that bottom right base. I mean, maybe I should remember that this is not a mass Viking challenge and I can actually make other stuff too. I feel like that would serve me well. Like one Liberator, for example, could be pretty nice, I guess. I don't know, since Guru is a bit of an inactive player, I don't know if he's aware of my challenges. Like you would say, you know, most players on the ladder would have already realized that there's some kind of mass Viking challenge going on. I don't think he... Oh, okay. I don't think he's necessarily aware of my antics on the ladder. Now, I did forget one important thing here, guys, and that is that my Hellions don't have upgrades, so that is a little bit painful. He also has Banings now, which I didn't expect, to be honest. Should I show these Hellions? Yeah, I guess I might as well, right? Yeah, we can show these Hellions, of course. Oh, wait, he doesn't have... Look at that. He made a couple spines on the back end, but he didn't make them initially because he thought I literally only had Vikings, which is obviously a very logical thing to think at this point. Now he's using Banings to kill my SCVs, which is actually fine for me. Oh, might as well siege those here. Let's see. Yeah, he sent all of his links to the top side. Or I think actually he didn't really rebuild a lot of links, right? Oh. He could neural these Hellions. Looks like he's not going to. How many Brute Lords is that? 3. Not that many. Still alive, do I? Nah, I'm really missing a good amount of upgrades on these things, that is for sure. Let's see if I can move these Liberators, get a planetary over here. I mean, if he lets me have this base, I'll be very happy with it. Because he could totally be denying this as well. I think I keep running out of money, so I can't actually freaking... repair these Vikings. Let's see, I'm gonna send my Hellions to the top left side. Oh, I'm barely gonna be too late for that. Will I? I kind of just want to have this planetary finish. I think I can actually do that. I mean, I don't really mind losing the SCVs that much. Oh, that is a bit of a mistake from Mr. Guy. Yeah, looks like it's barely not gonna matter, unfortunately, for me. He could have also neuraled those Vikings if he wanted to, of course, but I guess it wasn't important enough for him. Okay, let's see. Is his army still over here? I think what he's gonna do is he's probably just gonna make a lot of Banings at some point and roll them in there. I think I need to do something now, but it's gonna be very hard to do. Don't do that. It's gonna be very hard to do against the infestors. What are we gonna do here? I mean, I can totally go for a little bit of a Blue Flame Hellion bust on this side. I think that would be okay. Probably should get a fusion core. I haven't seen Vipers yet, interestingly enough. Here we go. Should be able to kill those relatively comfortably, I would say. Even if there's, what's it called? Even if there's a lot of transfuses available. Oh, please. Yep. That was, I'm glad that he let me do that, because that looked like a delicious barbecue. And we're going to be able to kill a bunch of these drones here as well. Now, there's not really anything I have that is super worth neuraling, which, funnily enough, is doing a really good job against his infestors. Because normally if you play mech, you have like tanks and Thors and stuff, and those are super neuralable, right? Like, it's just an enormous supply shift if they do neural them. But in this case, I mean, I have Vikings that he can neural, but then all that's gonna happen... Oh, wait a second. Wait, that's a pretty big mistake here, I think. Oh, yes, that's juicy. If I micro this perfectly, maybe I can get every single one. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Okay. So now we're going to be able to move forward a little bit. I can't believe that Liberator Hellion Viking is currently being competitive with whatever army... Yo, can we... Oh, no. I think a couple of my units were blocking the ascent there, unfortunately. Okay, so I have a couple of Vikings. The Vikings going forward is going to be super nice against the infestors over there. Let's see, do I have enough Vikings in the sky? It looks like I barely don't, so I'm just going to lift all of these. Now he's going to have to probably neural them or keep fungling. I mean, the fungals are not really doing that much damage anymore, right? So I think neuraling might have been a better choice there. Looks like we're barely going to win this fight in the air. Yeah, exactly. There is going to go for the neurals. Okay. It's a lot of energy you have to use for that, though, so I don't necessarily mind it that much. We did clean out pretty much 2 bases. Now, can we get anything else on the left side? I mean, the answer is I really have to. Wait, guys, can I? I don't think we can, but I really want to go in there again. Oh, I would love to just go in there again. Like, the thing is, I have a lot of Hellbats. The Hellbats can get in very easily, right? He's going to try and fungal, probably. He does have a lot of infestors, so at this point he can fungal like crazy. Okay, I think we're just gonna try and go for the Brute Lords at least. It's so many infestors, actually. Holy cow. It's actually a crazy amount of infestors. Maybe I need... I think I could use a couple... I made a fusion core at some point, I'm sure. Didn't I? Yeah, here it is. Okay. Yeah, the fungals are gonna be very painful against my Viking. Like, at this point, he just has so many that there is nothing really, like... you know, baiting out the energy or whatever. I think I could actually play like Mass Hellion or something as well. That wouldn't be that crazy. I mean, obviously it's pretty crazy, but considering the situation, I don't think it would be that crazy. Okay, let's see. Let's try and clear some creep at least. I think that's a good start. So we can maybe move out on the left side slowly but surely. I have a lot of Vikings out here. Oh, he did find me. I was hoping that I could maybe get some juicy shots on the infestors. Looks like it's not gonna happen. Okay, I think we have approached, or we have arrived at the point where we're gonna have to split up these Vikings. Because I think there's, at this point, there's just too many infestors. Infestors are slow, but they will absolutely annihilate my Vikings, I think. Like, it's just gonna be a little bit too brutal. Okay, it looks like he's moving his army to the left side. So I can move over to the right. Let's see if I can find anything over here. A good amount of... well, I mean, it's just 3 Brute Lords, but it's still pretty annoying to go up against, right? So these Vikings are going to do well over here. Let's see. Make sure to deny this base. That would be nice. Infestors are coming now as well, so that is going to be a little bit annoying. Okay, should I... Oh, I'm so tempted to die for those infestors, to be honest, but I don't think I should. Let's see. Oh, actually... I mean, he's not paying attention, looks like. Okay. I mean, infestors are expensive. Yeah, look. Yes, beautiful. There's going to be a lot of infestors dying right away. 6 infestors, I believe. That's 900 gas, I think that is. Very nice. Okay. Maybe, like, those outplay plays would be the better idea here for now. Oh, how do I want to play this? I have a lot of Vikings here in the base. I think I'm going to send... Oh, he's going to go for Neurals, perhaps? If he does, he's going to get owned, I think. I don't think he has enough infestors for that. Oh, no, the rest is arriving as well. The Hellions are coming, guys. That is the thing. The Hellions are arriving. Look at this. Yes. Oh, no, I think we're about to get mega juicy hits. Oh, it's so close, actually. He's trying to neural. I think he's barely going to get enough. We are going to get every single Brute Lord here, though, which was also a big part of my plan. Yeah, the infestors are scary at this point, eh? Holy. How much energy does he have left? Does he have enough to neural my stuff? Either barely or barely not. It's really hard to tell. Now we need to get this gas up. Is he gonna go for more Neurals on this? Probably. I'm gonna more of Hellbats. Let's see. It's probably gonna... Oh, these are gonna take some big hits. Please, the Hellbats need to get in there. Oh, barely not in time. Okay, get a little bit closer, my guys. Okay, the Hellbats are getting in there. Yeah, we're gonna get every single Infestor. Oh my goodness, that was freaking close. But we are gonna get the Infestors in the end. I mean, there's 2 Infestors left. Oh, this is not a Planetary yet. Because I'm completely out of gas. Oh, okay. Thank goodness I still had some Hellions left. I need to take another base on the right side. Okay, here we go. We have a couple of usable command centers. Like, every base has to be a planetary or it's gonna die instantly. Simple as that, right? So, I need to get a planetary over there. He could kill those, but... Oh, this is gonna be very juicy. Keep in mind, he doesn't have the Infestors left to counter this, so he's gonna have to use Lings, which is just gonna be incredibly unpleasant for him. +3 attack is about to finish. It's not quite there yet, but it's about to finish. Okay, I can actually morph these all into... Look at this, it's gonna be juicy as heck. Oh my goodness, the Hellbats. I think, yeah. That is incredibly nice. Look at that. Oh, maybe we can get these Infestors as well. There we go. That is pleasant. Should I go for these drones? Oh, maybe he's... Well, he's clumping them up very heavily for me. Yeah, oh my. Look at that. Okay, moved him back a little bit too fast. GG is called. And we have actually won this game. Okay. Did we make this into the supply block challenge in the end? I mean, I did kill a decent amount of overlords, but the answer is no. Was it an absolute omega banger? 100%. Guys, we played against someone with Mass Infestor Corruptor Broodlord and Spores and Queens and Spines and Adrenal Gland Lings with basically Hellion Viking, and we traded 21,000 resources efficiently. Well, I couldn't have asked for a better warm-up game for this. I hope that Mr. Guy in the comments who's always asking for Mass Vikings is happy. And I guess we have a lot of games left to play. Let's go to game number 2. For game number 2, we're playing against another Zerg. And this game, we're going to make one of your all-time favorite units. And mine too. And that's going to be the Ghost. Now, the Ghost has seen a pretty big change recently. If you guys remember, they buffed the HP by 25. They changed the tag to light. And they made it 2 supply again instead of 3. Did they also do that? I think they did. So anyway, the implications of that are that against Zerg, Ghosts are better against everything besides the Baneling. And against the Baneling, it's significantly worse, and the Baneling was already the main counter. So if we're going to run into something that is not the Baneling, we're going to be very happy. If we're going to play against Banelings, we're going to be terrified. That's pretty much how this is going to go. Now, I am not gonna make this... actually, I think I can. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do it. Why the frick not? I was gonna say, I'm not gonna make this a super strict challenge, because I kind of wanted to go for a Ghost Hellion opening and then make a lot of Ghosts after, but let's just, for the heck of it, make this a literal Ghost-only game, because we have made it happen against Zerg in the past, and... I mean, against 5-2 Grandmaster Zerg only Ghost is going to be very difficult, especially if he makes Banelings, but I don't know, man. With a lot of planetaries and stuff, we might be able to make it happen. Now, one thing that happens to us a lot when we play Mass Ghost, or Ghost only, is that we win with the first 3 in particular. Because for some reason, I mean, it makes complete sense. I say for some reason, but it makes complete sense. No one ever expects you to get Cloak on the Ghost early on. So they, a lot of times you can just kind of walk in with 3 Cloaked Ghosts and kill their stuff. It happens a surprising amount. Now, lucky for us, we are playing on a map that does not have a ramp in the natural. The reason why that is a big deal is because if there's a ramp, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to walk up the ramp, right? Before being able to see a spore crawler or something like that. If there is a spore, you walk up the ramp, you lose every single ghost, and you die. If there's no ramp, you can kind of... I mean, there's still a chance you get caught, because spores do have a very decent detection range, but... there's a good chance that you can kind of poke a little bit and see the spore, and hopefully you can escape dying to a single spore crawler, basically, since there's no ramp. Now he sees that I'm building what is most likely going to be Ghost. I should have probably played Gas first with this, but this version is more economical. He's gonna go over there, right? Let's see. He didn't... There's no way he stood over there, but that would be crazy. I think I can probably see that from here, actually. If there's... Yeah, okay, that's pretty nice, actually. There's another one over here, but I don't think he went there either. So I just have a Ghost that's going to be chilling here for a while, and then we're going to expand, and then we're going to walk into his base with 3 Ghosts. That is the plan. The Cloak is going to be very nice against Zerg, because... Okay, there, that's so funny. Imagine trying to scout your opponent's expansion, and there's a Ghost just chilling there. The cloak is very important because otherwise it's very, very easy to die against link floods, okay? And if you have cloak, that can't really happen unless they link flood before you get cloak, which would have to be extremely fast. He would have to run in at exactly like 3:30 when Zerking speed finishes, assuming he's doing a normal build. If he doesn't do that, then we're probably just chilling. I'm gonna go for a factory behind this as well. It would be very cool if he would link flood me, I think. Because I think Cloak is going to finish in time. I'm going to say that very carefully. Cloak is probably going to finish in time. And then we're going to be able to kill a lot of links and we're not going to die to it. So that's pretty important. Okay. Now what sucks for me is that this map has a lot of Overlord pillars. I didn't quite realize that that was going to be the case. I'm not super familiar with the map yet. Okay, so he's going to be able to deny that. I don't think I'm going to be going back for that, even though it would be nice to save it. Oh, okay. It would be nice to save that SCV. I don't think it's actually worth it to go back for that. I'm just going to use my next ghost to do it. Now, against Zerg, you have pretty much two playstyles. You either go for this, or you know, camp super hard, basically. Play economic and camp super hard. Let's see what I can find. Okay. So... yeah, I mean, I don't think he has a spore crawler, to be honest. I mean, maybe he does, but it's just, let's see. Yeah, there's no... I told you guys, no one thinks you're gonna get cloak. It's so funny. Just no one thinks it's even a possibility. He's blocking the way. I mean, he can also just snipe the queen. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna make that a lot easier. Does he have a spore here? He also have... I mean, he's building a lair, to be fair. The lair is going to be... oh, maybe I should... can I block him? Let's see, a little bit of a block. Oh, okay, he's gonna go for the surround himself. Yeah, I think he's making an overshare already, but I mean, I'm making a third command center at the same time. I'm gonna run from that spore crawler. Did not want to die to that spore. Might as well. Did he make a spore over here? Actually, he didn't. No, look at this. Wow, okay. So we're gonna kill even more. Ideally, he was building... it looks like he was building units. Can I run away with these? Maybe I can. I'm gonna hide this one over here. Let's see. Wait. He doesn't have a third. Might as well tap that one. There you go. Okay, so you're going to be chilling here for a while. You're going to be running home. And that was obviously an absolutely fantastic start. Now, my economy is obviously not fantastic, right? Because I went for this build, which is dumb. But I do think we did a very significant amount of damage. And at the very least, we're going to be in a position where, you know, we can challenge for this game. That is for sure. Also killed the Overlord. Don't forget that. Okay, I have Cloak, my friend. I think you forgot about that for a second. I mean, ghosts kill links very fast because links are light. So that's why you want to be very careful fighting against ghosts with links. Now, what I am scared of is just a very good old-fashioned roach speed push. That's most likely what his build was going to be, by the way. I guess theoretically it could be that he wanted to go for 2-base muta as well. But I think it's most likely... he already had roaches. It's kind of hard to tell. I would guess that he was going to go 2-base muta and the roaches were reactive to seeing ghosts. I think that's what the scenario was here. I'm going to go for a scan. Okay, well, there you go. Oh, no baiting nest, please. Get that thing, get it out of here, guys. I don't want to see the baiting nest. Okay, oh, that is terrifying. Can't lie. See a little bit of creep here as well. How much energy does this bad boy have? 70. I think we're gonna have to go for the double eBay. The thing is, guys, if we play against mutas, or yeah, more against bailings than the mutas, I think we're gonna have to camp like crazy. But we have one of our most famous all-time strategies coming up, and that is the double nuke, right? And that's what we're gonna go for. I think I'm gonna hide this one a little bit. Okay. Here we go. Let's make sure to put the hold fire mode on it. He could have a lair or like an overseer in front of his base. It's very possible. Okay, so we're gonna do a nuke over here. Maybe he doesn't see this one. It's very possible he wasn't paying attention to see that one. Let's see, did he move his army? Looks like he did move his army. Okay, so now we're gonna drop the nuke over there. I need an additional... my SCVs were derping. Oh my goodness! 20 kills, guys. I think it already had... no. Oh my goodness. No, okay. Whew. I mean, I'm relieved for him. I feel like there was a chance that he would have gotten both of his bases blown up. I don't think that we killed that much, right? Because I think it was mostly larva, a couple overlords, and I think that was actually it. I think those kills were mostly from before. Let's see if I can find anything over here. If I can hide it in his base. Let's see. Is there overseer here? Looks like there's no overseer over here. Okay, then I'm just gonna hide over here. I think that's a pretty decent idea. I'm gonna move out with... oh, I need this to be a planetary ASAP, of course. I'm gonna move out with another ghost at the same time. I'm gonna hide this guy back here. And then I'm going to move forward with another ghost. I think more nukes is probably ideal here. Oh, he actually found me. Wow. Hey, not bad, actually. That's well done by him. Yeah, I'm going to do something a little sneaky, and we're going to go for the random nuke. This is mostly a distraction technique because I want to get my bases up, but it is... I know it's a very annoying strategy to go up against, so let me get the upgrades. Wait, he actually... Wow, hey, this guy... Okay, he's one of those guys that's good against nukes. I mean, this is going to land in time. Ooh! And he's... Oh, I think the Overseer went to a random direction. He's trying to catch... Watch this, guys. Are you guys ready for this? This is the outplay of the century right here. Okay. Oh, we got another angle. That was nice. I like that. Okay, beautiful. Outplay of the century might have been a minor exaggeration, by the way. Just saying. But I think you guys figured that one out yourself already. Okay. So we are very clearly playing against someone who is good against the nukes. So far, he dodged all of them. I still think nukes are going to be a... I like how I said it as I dropped more Ghost Academies. It's just, I think you really have to go the nuke way against Zerg. I think it's just the best way to go about it. So this time, I think we're going to try to go for a... Actually, we're barely not going to have a triple nuke online. 5 nukes does, you know, reach the point where even people that are really good against nukes might not be able to make it happen. Because it's just, it's a lot of freaking nukes, right? Yeah, I think he might have seen this. I thought I saw him move back on the minimap. Yeah, okay, so he saw this one. That's what I'm gonna do, is I'm just gonna nuke with the other one. I'm gonna walk this in here. It looks like he didn't actually see properly. Look, this is now pretty far back into his base. I think I have... I barely don't have enough time for that. Yeah, we're just gonna auto-attack a bunch of these. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's barely... Oh, it's actually... That was legit... Oh, there we go. Okay, nice. That was so close to landing. I don't know if you guys realize how close to landing that was, but that was kind of crazy. Wow, okay. I guess we're just going to keep spamming command centers because we're going to get so many minerals that we can't really use. I'm building 5 nukes at the same time now. He is still playing Mass Ravager Roach. It seems like... Oh, now he's going to go for Banelings. I should not have said anything. That's a mistake by me. Classic mind game error, guys. Okay. Yeah, he's going to go for it now. Okay, well, I'm just going to send this guy again, do another nuke. Okay, I'm just going to keep walking back. I can also... Oh, I really don't mind if he goes for the SCVs here. I think I actually really prefer that, to be honest. Okay, he's trying to go for the planetary, guys. Well, my ghosts are getting mad. Look at this. It's gonna live, isn't it? He has a couple more... Oh, my goodness. This snipes. Yes. That's exactly what I was talking about, guys. I do not mind if he goes for the workers. Let's see. We got another nuke here, but, I mean, there was nothing really there to kill, I think. Now is a really good time for me to get an extra couple planetaries up. I still have 62 SCVs, which really is more than enough, of course. Now, I believe I still have 3 nukes left. Is that correct? It seems like it is correct. I don't have energy on these guys left, though. But that is quite important to keep track of. Hey, I didn't even think about this for now, but turrets are going to be a great idea, by the way. Because turrets are going to be able to kill the overseers if they get too far... Oh, he's playing... A Locust is a little surprising to me. It makes a lot of sense, I think. Locusts do die very fast to Ghost, though, so that is one thing that's nice for me, but that's going to be very annoying to go up against for sure. Now I have... Let's see... yeah, 3 nukes available. So I think we should be going for another nice triple nuke. The nice thing about going up against Locusts is that there happens, or there does tend to happen a moment where you find them with your ghost and you can just kind of snipe them all. Okay, ooh, that is a... wait, what if I just... That's a bit insane, but... Oh no, he actually did have... I mean, predictably he did have an overseer with that, of course. Okay, so we're gonna go for another nuke over here and nuke this base as well. Oh, I found them. That's actually massive. I think I can try. I mean, it's a little crazy, but I think I'm just gonna try to find those. He's gonna be distracted with the nukes as well. This one is definitely gonna land, looks like. Okay, let's see, where are they at? Oh, I found them. Okay, it's not that many. Okay, I'm just gonna click that base. Let's see. Should I cloak these? Probably not. I'm just gonna go ahead and snipe these, I think. There we go. Okay. Actually, half of them attacked my ghost. The hatchery does indeed fall. The swarmos are going to die. I guess I don't want to send all of them to chase, because that could be a problem later on. Wasn't really that many swarmos as well in the end, right? This got 3 kills. Okay. Wait, can I hide over here? There's always a small chance that he's not paying attention, right? Like, he sent the overseer over there, but you never know. Yeah, I have 0 nukes at this moment, but I'm going up to 5 again. It's actually a pretty decent hiding spot. I mean, it's such a little random nuke somewhere, right? So, let's see. Probably a sensor tower over here would be nice. Let's kill this. At some point... Oh, okay. So you might as well drop a nuke now, of course. Let's see. He's pretty just gonna be able to sack everything on the planetary, I think. Okay, gonna have to be very careful here and retreat. Actually, does he have an overseer here? I don't even see an overseer. Okay, I guess not. Yeah. Sadly for me, guys, he is taking the right approach here because... Oh, let me cloak that real quick. Because he doesn't want me to get maxed on Ghost. That is actually the right thing to do for him, okay? And yeah, well, as I usually say, it sucks for me when my opponents take the right approach, so... I don't think he's that rich, though. That's one thing that I feel like is true. Gonna be able to get another base over here. Just keep on rebuilding everything. Okay, you got a couple ghosts over here. I guess we'll do one nuke with this guy. And then one nuke with... Okay, he found this. Oh, I think he found that one by accident, actually. That is annoying. Oh, that really sucks for me. Yeah, I have one over here. I guess I'll be able to nuke this. Might as well kill this Zergling. Then I'm just gonna nuke over here. Yeah, I think he was... I don't know if it was F2 or just his army ult key, but he A-moved his army to the right side and he found that middle... How did that patrol not... That feels illegal, though. That actually feels a bit illegal. Look, how does the patrol not hit that? Oh my god. Isn't that delicious? Oh, barely not going to be able to kill that. Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that actually... I should apologize for that. I said he got lucky, but that doesn't feel right. I already have a sensor tower here. Classic Mark move. I'm actually going to get the planetary upgrades before 3-3. I feel like that is a decent idea. Hey, let's see. I don't know where his army is. I'm just going to move around my stuff a little bit. See if I can find an angle somewhere. I wouldn't mind going for a random nuke like this. Not really that random, but I'm just going to nuke there. And then I'm going to send one over here as well. You never know, guys. The random nukes, they could literally be an ultra omega highlight or do nothing. More likely nothing, but still. Let's see. Oh, well, we killed a roach, I guess. Hey, that's not bad, guys. There, we have... That has 17 kills. Huh. I don't know if it was... Oh, okay. Man, he ran just in time. Sucks for me, but... Oh, here we go. I think the one in the middle actually got through. Look at this. That's full base, I think, guys. Yes, beautiful. I freaking love it. This ghost is absolutely ravaging this entire mineral line, by the way. This ghost has 25 kills after that drone is going to fall. He does have a hive. I'm not sure if that... Is the hive scary? I don't even know, actually. Does the hive do anything in particular? Not really, right? No, it's more like the lair tech units that are usually scary. Okay. I can actually micro this out of the way, so he's gonna need an overseer for that. Yeah, we killed a crap ton of workers in that little sequence. I guess the nukes are finally starting to get to him. They're not starting to get to him because he is getting a little worse at spotting them. The reason why they're getting to him is because he wants to attack me. Like, he's consistently been trying to attack me. I'm just gonna drop one over here. And because he is so busy focused on that, we have been able to get through. Let's see, okay. I'm just gonna drop 1,000,000 snipes over here. Actually gonna try to get to my ghost, which I think I should be able to stop, actually. Let's see. Oh, this is gonna be painful for him for sure. Is he gonna get that? Oh, no, not again. Not again. Oh, it happened again. Oh, no, poor guy. Oh, I did lose a base at the same time, but oh my goodness. Eh? I thought I dropped 2 nukes. I guess the other one probably got cancelled or whatever. I'm not quite sure. Hey, this one, I think the overseer looks like it's going to be a little bit too late. Yeah, it is. I also have a base over here, which is nice. It's a bunch of larvae dying, which is great. Let me just try and put that in there. Oh, we're going to be able to get a couple links here. Man, the planetaries are such... Like, they're the biggest bait in StarCraft. You always think, surely I can get this planetary, right, guys? Surely I can get it. And then that's what happens. Hurts. I've been there. Not many times, actually. I feel like it usually happens the other way around, but still. For me, it's quite pleasant anyway. Okay, he found this one. Oh, that sucks. Okay, that's not going to finish. Actually, this was an accident that I sent 2 to the same place, but it's going to be kind of nice. Guess I'll send another couple ghosts over here. He's going to lose every single drone there, basically. Okay, let's split the homies up a little bit. Maybe I can... Nah, no way I'm going to get out. That was a little bit too ambitious. I can land it again, mostly just for distraction purposes, but yeah, I'm gonna drop 1 nuke over here. Man, he saw that fast, and I'll drop 1 nuke over here as well. That was a really fast spot by Mr. Guy here. Can't lie about it. Let's see. I feel like one of these random nukes is gonna pop the frick off at some point. It's kind of hard to predict when, but... Let's see, drop 1 over here. This one's not going to land. Then I'll just drop 1 over here. For some reason in my head the planetary was already finished. Gotta pay attention to that, of course. Oh, he move commanded. Oh no, that's not the time to move command, brother. Okay, he found it. Oh, that would have been so freaking brutal. I did lose a sensor tower over here. This one is gonna get a fat hit off, looks like, which is great. There we go. Absolute massive hit. Probably kill the overseer as well, which is gonna force him to send another one. Okay, I'm gonna nuke this a little. Oh, that's... Oh, man, I lost vision. That's dumb. That's by me, I mean, not the game. Okay, that was just dumb by me. Could have played that a little bit slower. Obviously, he did see that. Okay, I mean, I am very slowly but surely approaching max supply. I'm gonna have 5 nukes. I think it's another time for me to go for 5 nukes. Okay, the biggest problem that I'm gonna have in this game, guys, is that the Banelings are so strong now that moving on creep is going to be incredibly questionable no matter what. Okay, just incredibly questionable. Okay, let's see. So I think he probably saw a little bit of movement here. Okay, let me move down here perhaps. Do a little bit of a random nuke. Okay, so he has an overseer patrolling over there. Yeah, he did indeed see that. Let's see. Okay, I guess I'll... Oh, I don't actually have the nuke yet. Oh, wait. Did he miss that? Maybe. Maybe he did miss that. This is not going to go off this time. Guess we're going to do the exact same trick as before. I'm moving past there, hoping that he runs... Oh, barely not going to run. Oh, this one's going to pop. Yes, sir. Boom. I think this one's going to pop off too, most likely. Oh, can I hide this? Probably. Let's see. And with this one, I'm just going to run into the main after. Looks like it's going to hit for sure, right? Let's see. Yeah, it's definitely going to hit. Look at that. Boom. Beautiful. Okay. I do really need another base. If I get this frontal base over here, then all of a sudden we're going to be in a position where we can push, right? Okay. I'm just going to... Why not? Let's just go for it. Okay, here we go. Drop another couple nukes. I mean, if he lets me have this, then all of a sudden I think we're pretty golden. Is he gonna let us have it? Probably not, but you never know. He did actually miss this, by the way. This goes. Look at this. It's barely not gonna kill the hatchery, sadly for me. This one is going to kill whatever was left there. Let's get a double planetary up here. I think that's... It's gonna be a really good distraction for me to drop a couple nukes now as well, by the way. I think it's gonna be great. Let's see. Oh, he's over here. I think he was just looking for... Right? He was just looking for ghosts. I think he was just kind of moving around a little bit. Okay. I can probably just nuke that from down here. That should be okay. Probably make a sensor tower here, actually, so I don't get flanked by the Banelings, because that could be a medium disaster, to say the least. Oh, yes! That was... I don't know how many that was, but it was definitely a couple. That's what I can say. Okay, I guess I'll just nuke this again, probably. There we go. Does he have Banelings left? I think... Okay, he's baking them now. I don't think he had Banelings for the most of that. If I knew, I could have walked on the creep, but... Okay, that one is not going to go off. Not surprisingly, of course. Okay, let's see. Oh, no, it's a lot of Banelings, actually. Okay, let's dip the heck out of there. Too bad for him. I have 2 planetaries over here. That's definitely not what he wanted to see, by the way. Oh, the snipes. Okay, this time... Oh, if my repair was earlier, I would have cooked him there as well. Oh, that's... Okay. I don't know where the heck that nuke came from, but cool. I mean, at this point, I just have to... Look at this. He's not paying attention. He's gonna lose so many Ravagers instantly. Oh, it is brutal. It is absolutely brutal, guys. I don't know if he's making Banelings anywhere, but... Oh, my goodness. That's disgusting. Oh, that's actually so many changelings. I can't do anything. That's a little annoying. Yeah, I guess I'll just drop a nuke over there as well. He's trying to kill something. Boom. Can I drop another nuke in the back? Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised. Let me uncloak this. Wouldn't be surprised if he's gonna try to get back. Oh, I thought my ghost would have fixed that by now. Is this gonna land? Okay, he saw it just in time. Oh my goodness, that would have been close. I saw a bunch of drones moving over there. I think a good idea for me is to nuke this space from down here. Okay. Yeah, clicking those changelings is going to be very annoying. I hate clicking changelings, especially with this thing that kills them so slowly like the ghost, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, as soon as I saw that sensor tower, I was like, okay, I'm in a bit of dangerous territory over here. I got a dip. That hatchery dies to the nuke, which is very nice for me. I gotta be extremely careful over here, by the way, because he could totally surround me from downtown. Let's see. Gonna get a million snipes off. Yeah, I gotta be so careful. I'm actually terrified of this location, not gonna lie. Let's get a couple more command centers up here. Yeah, every single drone here is pretty much dead at this point. Might as well go for the last one as well. There we go. How many nukes do we have? We still have 4 nukes. That's very, very decent, of course. I don't see anything over here. I guess those are gonna be the next bases that I will take, right? Like, the ones that he just lost, basically. Let's see. Too high energy ghost. Is it worth nuking this? I guess probably. It's a good distraction either way, no matter what happens. Just gonna keep making more command centers. Got a couple of homies moving towards the bottom side. I don't think there's actually going to be... yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think there's actually gonna be drones over there. I mean, it did force a cancel, which is nice. Now, I would say at this point, he probably has the 2 bases in the bottom left already. Maybe it's time for me to get my planetaries a little closer on that side. Yeah, that overseer was on patrol. Ooh. So be careful. Guess we're just gonna drop in a little nuke over there. There's a spore crawler over there too. Sadly, my ghosts are not gonna be winning that one. Oh man, if he didn't notice that, that would have been so freaking juicy. Once again, I'm not sure if he actually saw that or if he was just going for the other ghost. I guess we might as well go for a little bit of action over here. There we go. Drop a nuke on that side and just run into the base. Try to get a planetary over here. That one is going to die. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're slowly but surely taking over this entire map, right? Let's see, is there anything to do over here? Doesn't actually look like it for now. Okay. Yeah, he was actually waiting. Oh, that sucks for me. Can I... No, okay. For a second, I was wondering if I could drop a nuke from the high ground on the 4th base, but that sadly is not going to happen. Okay, I mean, that ghost is actually just hard chilling right now. That planetary is going to be very useful. I have a couple more bases, right, that I can move over. I think the creep probably will have dissipated there by now. Let's move all of those to the bottom right. I think that's a good idea. So I have this guy alive. Guess I might as well drop a nuke. It'd be a little bit annoying, you know? What the heck? Okay, let's move over these SCVs right now. I probably should clear the creep here for sure, before I get absolutely obliterated by banelings on creep. Over here too. He did find that that freaking ghost that was hiding over there. I think this is going to be a decent nuke. I feel like I could have a... I saw his army on the bottom left just now, I think, right? With the sensor tower. I think that is what I saw. He is going to see this one. Guess we're going to get a nuke over here. The planetary there is actually freaking annoying for him. If I can get on top of the high ground as well, that'd be nice. Yeah, he's going to spend a lot of time on that. Let's see. I guess I might as well... Oh, he saw that last second. I think it's barely going to get off, right? Yeah, because it has armor. Okay, might as well EMP those, I guess, before I die. Okay, I gotta be very, very, very careful here, guys. The banelings would absolutely obliterate me here, so... Whew. This is scary. This is really terrifying what I'm doing right now, actually. Oh, he barely has too much creep there, too. Oh, no. Oh, no, I'm too deep. I'm actually too deep. Please, planetary, save my life. I beg you. I think the planetary is gonna save my life, actually. Okay, yeah, it is. Oh, don't we all love planetaries, guys? Oh man, isn't it beautiful? He was making more banelings, right? I saw that. Yeah. And here we go. Get a couple of more snipes off. A couple of EMPs. Oh, that's actually very nice EMPs too. Look at this. Woo! Boom, boom, boom. Beautiful. Okay, can we chase him now? I feel like we probably can at this point. I need a couple more barracks, actually. At this point, I'm so rich that I can... literally make mass ghosts now. Like before, usually you just don't have enough money for that, but at this point I think I'm rich enough. Okay, here we go. He does have a good amount of banelings, but a couple splitties should do the trick, I think. Exactly, get a couple of snipes off on those. Boom, those are gonna die. The links are not gonna be very strong against these, and GG is called. And this was somehow even more disgusting than the first game. I don't know. Look at the supply. 187 against 33. I had an enormous bank and he had nothing. I had his entire side of the map, or I mean, this was pretty much mined out. I guess I could have mined a couple minerals over here, but I had his entire side of the map. He had to run to the bottom left. I could have done a little bit of a better job denying creep in this game, because that way I would have been able to put more planetaries over here, but this was actually gross. Well, 134, that's why I was so rich, by the way, if you guys were wondering. Wasn't even dropping mules. I mean, I also had like, yeah, here, like this base was mined out, but... because I couldn't land this freaking base over here. But yeah, this was absolutely disgusting. First the Mass Vikings, now the Mass Ghosts. I guess Zergs have already been sufficiently tortured. We're only on 2 games out of like 10, and I think we're almost an hour in already. That's how you know this is a freaking banger. I guess we're just gonna keep going. Game number 3 is against another Zerg player. I'm pretty sure Creed is at least if it's the same guy that I'm thinking of, he's actually a Terran player normally. But now he's going to be playing Zerg. Okay, so I had a couple of Terran cheeses left on the list. I'm obviously still going to do a Planetary Rush in this video. Oh man, should I do it here? Okay, so I have two options, right? I could go for a bunker rush here, and in very particular, I'm thinking about the bunker rush I did against a Zerg on a map with a ramp where I built it basically here so he could never spread creep. That was very cool. I do think... Okay, I'm just gonna go for it. Planetary rushing against Zerg is the weakest, okay? It's way better against Terran, and then even way better against Protoss. And when I say way better, I mean... Probably still sucks, you know, but we can kind of make it work. Against Zerg, not usually that good, but I think I'm going to do my best here. So what I want to do is I want to deny creep. So I can, probably like 1 or 2 tumors only, so I can put on the command center over here. Then try to defend it with everything I've got, because the moment this planet, at least historically, the moment the planetary finishes, we are probably in a winning position because they can never take a third, okay? Even if they go for Ravagers, which is a good response, it takes so long to break the planetary usually. So it's going to be a massive battle around the CC, and then, yeah, hopefully we win that battle, and then we can win the game from there on out. But yeah, Zerg, first of all, has the most tools to scout for it, right? With the Overlords, pretty much. Zerglings are just really good against it. They can kill it fast. They can block it from landing. They can make... The speed is going to be done way before the planetary finishes, so that also makes it pretty difficult. How much gas do I need here? I think I should cut gas already, actually. Yeah, we're going to cut gas now. Here we go. I need a reactor and a Ghost Academy. That's basically what I need. I didn't look enough at the minimap. I would have loved to see where the Overlord was, but we didn't actually get to see it, unfortunately. That's going to make this a little bit harder. I do have a Reaper out here. I think maybe building it here would be the best idea. If I control my Reaper well, he shouldn't be able to get there with the Zerglings anyway. That's the thing. But yeah, I have no idea where the Overlords are, so this SCV could very easily get spotted, and that would really, really suck for me right now. So I hope that is not the case. There goes the planetary. Let's see. Okay. 4 Zerglings, all still at home. That is nice to know. Queen is gonna pop in 12 seconds or so. It actually depends on what timing he went for. I don't know the difference between a extractor trick, a hatchery first. Oh wait, no, I do. Actually, I underestimated my knowledge there. His hatchery was slightly later, so I guess I could have stuck around a little more, but that's okay. Now let's get a tech lab on this bad boy. Then I need a depot. Okay, I think we are well set up to make this happen. He's going to have a creep tumor in 10 seconds, so we want to try and deny that. There is the third base. Like, if he gets one more creep tumor up, then we're going to be in trouble already, right? So we need to be very, very careful. Okay, gonna have it very shortly. Let's see. He should be popping it down now, I guess. There we go. Can I? Oh, the grenade is really gonna help. I don't think we're gonna be able to get it. No, we're not. Oh, maybe I should have YOLO'd it, actually. Maybe? The Hellion? Can the Hellion reach it in time? No. Oh, well, I mean, at least it wasn't super far. Oh yeah, I don't need the next depot. That's really good that I remember that, because I have the command center finishing, right? We're not going to be needing that next depot. I think it's a good time for me to send extra SCVs already. I think I'm going to go with 5 this time. Let's see if there's... Okay, maybe he already put on another creep tumor. It's kind of hard to tell. We're going to be able to damage that queen pretty severely. Now he's going to see that my command center is here. This is going to be a really nice volley there from those helis. Look at this. Wow, that is gorgeous, actually. Such a good fight against the Lynx. I do really need to get that command center down so I can turn it into a planetary ASAP. I even cancelled one of my ghosts for it. Now here comes the SCVs. I need to keep these Hellions alive no matter what, so I can kill the Lynx that are going to try and... Exactly. Going to try and kill this command center. Okay, here we go. Okay, actually pretty good initial fight here. Look at this. Okay, the Hellions are still alive. Even if very low HP, they're still alive. I'm going to be able to snipe that queen. Not quite sure if that was the right queen to snipe, to be honest, but it looks pretty good. Here we go. That is going to live. And now we have the position over here. I'm going to have to make sure to rally a couple units at home and just really stay around. Okay, so he's going to take it very, very... Nuke? No, it's actually... It's a nuke. It's nuke time, isn't it? I mean, he's making spines. Hold on a second. Wait, that's actually more than I thought. Oh, juke. Okay, that is so funny what just happened. He could have killed my ghost and then he just ignored me, but then they just didn't even try. So I guess I did that for no reason. Okay, I mean, we are going to go for a nuke here. I'm just going to kill this ghost real fast. Or the Overlord rather, sorry. Ideally not the ghost. Okay, make sure that my units stay around. And now I kind of need to go for an expansion over here, but I'm not quite sure if we're going to be able to get that up. I could go... Actually, Hellbats are... Yeah, we're going to go for that too. We're going to go for Hellbats. I think my units were trying to follow something, right? So he probably ran by with a lot of links. At least that's what it looked like to me. Okay, we're gonna have one ghost now. Let's see what he has over here. He's actually making 1,000,000 spines, so we're gonna drop a nuke. Let me close this. And then he's probably gonna try and uproot them, and then we're gonna run in. That's the idea. Okay, wait, is he not... Is he actually not moving? Oh, he is moving now. Okay, then we're gonna do this. Woo, look at that play. Oh, that is very nice. Okay, we're gonna get a lot of drones now. Keep in mind, he still can't really move out of his base, right? So this is very, very nice. He might try... He's actually gonna go for... Okay. I didn't really expect him to go for it at this point, but I guess it does make sense. Let me try and snipe that queen. Barely not. Oh, that's actually a bit unfortunate. Make sure to target down the Zerglings, of course. This ghost might actually live here, by the way, if he's not paying attention. Look at this freaking PF, by the way, popping the frick... I killed every single link is already dead before the planetary falls, but now we're gonna have to do a little bit of a follow-up here. How much damage did we do? I would say we really did a significant amount of damage, but probably barely not enough, right? If I realized he was gonna try and break it, maybe it would have been a different story, because then what I could have done is just more of Hellbats and wait, and then it actually would have been very good for us. If he wasn't gonna break it, then we really needed to do that damage, so I guess we'll probably never know. Well, until we watch the replay, I suppose. Actually, even not then, because we can't really see his intentions in the replay, because he had more money than us, but he might have not realized that he did, right? Now I'm gonna follow this up in the most logical way that you possibly can, and that is obviously going to be double Starport battlecruiser, because whatever else would you do, right? I'm gonna make another tech lab over here. I guess Fusion Core is alright about the time the Starport finishes, right? Don't have to delay it for too much more, I believe. Let's just get it right away then. There we go. You can go over here. Second Starport over here. Make a couple more cars. I would love to go for another Hellion run-by, but if I leave my Ghost unattended, we could die. Oh, that's... I should have denied that scout for sure. I should have been a bit more brave with my units. That was my bad. I think there's a chance he would have thought he was further behind than he actually is. I mean, in fact, he's pretty massively ahead at this point, right? Let's be honest here. Oh, I did it again. I remember that was an issue where we had like a week where I denied every single one of those. I kept just stopping building my starports. Now, we're gonna have to hit a really nice surprise here with those battlecruisers. Otherwise, it's gonna be tough to still clutch this game out. My army is pretty good at dealing with queens and whatever else he's going to have. Let's see how many spines are here. He has Banings too. Okay, so he's definitely expecting the Hellbats here. That is very nice for me, for sure. Because if he's going to defend the Hellbats super hardcore, I mean, I wasn't really planning to attack him anymore, right? Once I sacrificed those Hellions. We're just going to be going for the BCs. And if he doesn't have a lair yet, we could actually win the game with that, which would be very, very funny. I'm just going to try... Oh, he's making a lot of gas already. That amount of gas means that he probably has the Spire going. We're gonna need an incredible amount of luck here, okay? If we don't find the Spire with our BCs, then we are cooked. I think that's actually what it's gonna come down to. If we kill the Spire right away, we're gonna have a tiny chance. If we don't, we have 0 chance, basically. That's the thing. Okay, so now he sees I'm still making Hellbat Ghost. He could probably do some serious damage with his Ling Baning as well, but... I don't know if he feels like attacking me now. I mean, he's sitting behind 6 spine crawlers, right? So, let's see. I guess we're just gonna make a couple more Hellbats over here. Probably cancel the next bunch so I can make a next round of BCs. Gonna do a little scan. Okay, there's no Spire over here. Oh, the Mutas are ready. He did make Mutas instead of Corruptors, though. Very, very important here. I think there is a very tiny chance that we can kill the Spire before he gets too many Corruptors out. That's like the main thing here, right? He's gonna kill my entire base, probably, with those Mutas, but maybe I can kill the Spire. Here we go. I'm just gonna right-click down that Spire. Mutas are now in the main base, of course, as predicted. This does not come as a surprise to anyone. I might not be paying attention. Look at this. Oh, he's actually not paying attention, guys. Look at this. Oh, very nice. That's a lot of Mutas that went down already. Pretty much 5 or 6 or whatever that was. Hey, if he didn't start a lot of Corrupt... There's no way, right? Dude, if he win with that play, that would be so disgusting. He lost a couple. He lost like 8 Mutas already. He's gonna lose yet another one. Oh, my guys. Is this gonna happen? Is this gonna be the robbery of the century? I don't know how many corruptors he has. I don't know if it's enough. I have enough hellbats over here, so this entire link force is going to get crushed. He's losing another corruptor over here. Well, the first corruptor, actually, but another air unit, I wanted to say. I guess he's probably just rebuilding the spire somewhere. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to teleport in here with yet another BC. And we have, I mean, so far we have already successfully robbed him because he should have definitely won this game by now. We got very, very fortunate there, but hey, I'm not going to complain about it. Looks like he's going to try to hit again with a couple of banelings. So what I'm going to do is I will just... actually, he really just doesn't have enough here. I think I can Yamato that one as well. Here, let's move back with one of the BCs. Oh, that spore dies. The spore does fall. He's going to get another 2 spores finishing, though. Let me just Yamato this spore crawler, finish it off real fast. There we go. And then we're going to be able to get control of this mineral line. Keep in mind, we killed that very important corruptor already. Can target down this one. I'm going to teleport over here, try to find the spire that he's very likely rebuilding. He already has it rebuilt. Okay, so there's a lot of larva producing on this base. So I want to say that was probably all corruptors. It's going to be about 10 corruptors or so. I guess we'll see if we're going to have enough. I mean, he is losing so many drones. This is actually ridiculous how many drones he's losing. I don't think he really has any drones left at all here. Does he have another base? He does not have... Actually, at least not there. Okay, he could have had it somewhere else, but at least not there. Okay, let's see. I'm going to teleport out with as many BCs as I can. Actually, I'm going to be able to save so many. That one lives too. Oh my god. That is brutal. Oh, so he does have another little base over there. 3 of the BCs were saved. Somehow we're in a position where it is smart for me to make more ghosts. Because they're going to help me with the freaking corruptors. Okay, I mean, I appreciate it. Let's see. I don't know exactly what he has over here. Decent amount of links, couple of banelings as well. If I micro these properly, we're going to be able to get some nice drone volleys. Actually quite nice there. Those Hellions weren't going to be too useful from that point on, right? So that is quite pleasant. Do I move across with everything? I think we actually do here. Because those 2 ghosts can really help me against the corruptors. I'm just going to try to sit over here, basically. That is the plan. Make a couple more for home. Ideally, I get a 3rd command center, but, I mean, his eco is still going to be better than mine after, like, a couple wave of drones, right? So I'm not quite sure if I really want to do that. 2 more BCs on the way. Would be nice to keep those at home as well. Yeah, these 2 ghosts are going to be absolute gold tier here for sure. Look at this. Okay. Yeah, then we're just going to start sniping. Here we go. A couple of Yamatos went off as well. Yeah, these ghosts are going to be super annoying for him. He can't really get too close. Otherwise, they're going to get sniped. There we go. He's got to lose a couple of them. And now I have the Hellbats. The ghost actually lives as well. These PCs are too much in the end, it looks like. And GG is called... And oh my goodness, that was actually the robbery of the century. Let's go back and I'll show you guys. Okay. The situation of this game was... that we had 44 supply against 62. I had 27 workers against 46. He already had his lair. Oh, his lair was faster than my starport. Actually, it was pretty much the exact timing on my starport. That is insane. If he started his spire right away, he would have had it super fast, but I got so lucky he didn't scout. He actually went for a very safe choice, because if you're ahead, you can pretty comfortably play Muta Zergling. You have the mobility, so you can keep harassing, but he made so many Mutas. He lost like 5 in the main to my snipes. He lost 3 more plus a Corruptor in the main base, lost the Spire, because he lost all those units. He couldn't deal with even a couple BCs, lost like 3 bases worth of eco, and then he lost to the strat. This was an absolute robbery. I apologize if you watched this. I know I probably shouldn't have won that game, but that is a Planetary Rush dub. Let's go to game number 4. Game 4 is going to be against a 6000 MMR Protoss, and for this one we're going to be doing an absolute classic, and that's going to be the Bunker Rush. Now, this challenge really would have worked equally well in every single matchup, because for some reason we have found out that you can also just Proxy 2x Marine Bunker Rush Terrans pretty well. I still feel like that's a build that shouldn't work, but it has been working, so that's great. But now we're going to be doing it against a 6000 MMR Protoss, and... Ooh, actually... Okay, I was going to say it looks like we're playing on a map where we can do our favorite version against Protoss. It's a cheese that we invented this year, which was to wall off... Oh, that's actually very awkward pathing here. I didn't realize it would walk that way. I should probably change that for the second SCV. That you can wall off, at least on the previous map pool, you can wall off Protoss players if they build a Nexus, right? That you can build 2 bunkers between the Nexus and the ramp area, whatever, and you just wall that area off entirely, which is very, very nice. Now this... Okay, this map is super awkward for Proxy. Ah, I see, it's because all these freaking rocks and stuff. Okay. I was wondering, why are they still pathing that way? But it's because this entire area is off limit, so you have to go like this. which is a little bit insane. On this map, I don't think you can do that bunker rush because the plate is in the way here. So we're gonna have to figure out another way to do it, which is perfectly fine. I mean, we have multiple ways to go about this, of course. Sometimes what they'll do is they'll make a pylon next to the nexus, and then I can use that as part of the wall off as well, right? Like, we're just gonna have to see. But okay, let's remember this anyway for the future, because we're gonna be proxying a lot, of course, throughout the next couple of months. So I think this map is called Ruby Rock. Not the best map ever for proxies, because it takes a while to arrive. Second SCV was also a little bit too late, to be honest. I know I built an extra SCV, so it looked kind of decent, but it was actually just too late, right? It should have been down at 15. Obviously, I can send 2 SCVs right away, but that is quite expensive as well. Now, I don't believe that this Protoss player has scouted, so he's going to exactly just have a Nexus up down here. Can I wall this off? The answer is no. So I'm also not going to build a second bunker yet. He's going to be pulling his probe shortly. I could do something a little sneaky, actually. And that is making a bunker a little bit further back. Now, this is not going to be very pleasant for him, I don't think. Let's make sure to save the SCVs. Let's pull the low HP Marine first into the wall off. That's a good idea as well. Did I lose? Oh no, the other SCV went all the way to downtown, unfortunately. That was a pretty decent amount of range on that probe snipe. It sucks for me that the SCV walked so far back. I mean, obviously it was me that did it, right? I'm not trying to blame the game or whatever, but that was definitely a sizable mistake. I mean, he's losing so many freaking probes that this already kind of worked. Do I want to make more bunkers? I think, or sorry, more Marines after this. I think we're just gonna cancel the plans. And yeah, the bunker was a fantastic bait, and then we're gonna macro from here. I saw that he used Chrono Boost on the Nexus. This map actually sucks. sorry to the map maker. I very specifically mean for me. I can't. There's not even any ramps that I could hide my Marines on. Like, there's just nothing about this map that made it good for my cheese at all. Not that that necessarily makes for a bad map, of course, but that's... Okay, I mean, that's something that we're going to remember. Ruby Rock is maybe a veto for the future, because there's... Yeah, I mean, maybe I could have ran here if I had my proxies over there, but yeah, not my favorite map ever to do proxies on, that is for sure. Now, my... what is that? Second barracks, I guess, first barracks, whatever you want to call it, is a little bit far. So I'm not going to be able to get an add-on from that anytime soon. I guess I'll just make a react... Oh my goodness, this is tripping me up so bad. It's because they're all so far away from each other that it was hard for me to micromanage landing my barracks. Yeah, he would be crazy if he stays around here, to be honest. He should really know that the Cyclone/tank is about to finish. I guess he can always micro and save the Stalker anyway, so that's okay. Here we go, let's see, do a little bit of a lock-on over there, might try to get... Oh, he's just gonna... Okay, I mean, that's actually really nice for me, because I don't think he needed to do that, really. I think he could have just walked back the Stalker that was locked onto, break the lock-on, and then walk back. I mean, he lost a lot of probes, so that is just a little bit of extra damage, right, on the mineral line. Now, let's see. I went for a 4th barracks, just because the 3rd one was too far. I wanted to go for a scout, but... Then I kind of halfway decided that it was dumb to go for a scout, because we already knew that he wasn't going to have a tech building yet, right? Because he went for an expansion and pulled his probes and stuff. So, slight mistake there by me. Execution of the start was fine. I think we could have kept the second SCV a little closer to that bunker rush. I think that would have been nice. That way, maybe we could have put just a little bit more pressure. But to be honest, looking at how it went, I actually don't think it would have made a difference, because... Let's see if there's Stalkers up here. No. I wouldn't have made a difference because his Stalker was already out fast enough. Okay, so I saw a 3rd Stalker over there, so he didn't skip units entirely. That is good to know. I'm just going to follow this up with an absolutely brutal SCV pull, by the way. That is the plan here. I guess he could be going for DTs or something very sneaky like that. I don't think he would be. DTs would be kind of crazy to play after that start, because they're just going to arrive too late to be able to win against the normal build order. So I just decided to drop the depot over there. Now, second tank is going to be here. Most annoying thing to go up against would probably be either DTs or 4-gate blink. And 4-gate blink would only be annoying because I want to attack him. Okay, so he's going to have too many units, right? He's going to be able to keep me at home, and then I'm going to have to transition from this extremely suboptimal build order where I went for 4 barracks. Let's see, combat shield. Actually, I could move out already. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do that. I'll just go for a fast move out, why not? I have 1 scan available, I believe, so even if DTs do happen, I see an observer over there. Let me snipe that so he doesn't blink into my main base. right? I don't want to have that. And then we're going to pull the boys. I still don't know what the pathing is on this map. Why are these guys going here and these guys want to go here? It's, oh, it is actually 4-gate blink. Okay. Well, actually, that was a terrible blink, so that is okay. I can't stim at him. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to have to go for it. There's absolutely no doubt about it. He's going for a counterattack, which is actually an extremely weird decision, considering the circumstances. Yeah, okay, he's coming back. That makes sense. I think maybe he was trying to just bait me. Oh, wait. No. He is actually going to go for the counterattack. This is... I really don't know about this. I mean, I hope for him that he has like a DT shine. Oh, he's going to lose the prism for that. That is a very surprising blink. Might be able to snipe that prism. Let's just walk in here. Yeah, that blink in the middle of my SCVs, really not the best thing he has done so far this game. Recall is not going to work either. No GG is called. Well, he has 1,000 minerals in the bank. And that is a successful bunker rush. Now, let's see if it was actually a successful bunker rush, right? So, let's keep in mind all the mistakes we made. Barracks too late. Second SCV not in position. Third barracks flying the wrong way. And the situation is that we have... I mean, we have 5 more workers. That in itself does not show me that we're ahead. What shows me that we're ahead is that he has that in combination with no tech building yet, right? Because if he already has Blink on the way, or a Robo, or whatever, then it's a different story. But look at this. He can't afford anything right now. His chrono boosting probes, he's still behind, so the bunker rush definitely worked. And this shows why it's a strong strategy, because on one hand you think, well, he could have just, you know, not lost that many probes. But then the bunker gets up, and then he has to cancel his natural or lose it, right? It gets way more difficult. So I don't think his response was that bad. The biggest problem is that he didn't scout. Should have chrono boosted a zealot if he did scout it. But that is a 4th dub. Let's keep it going. Okay, for game number 5, we're going to be playing against a Grandmaster Terran. And that's perfect because I want to do the double Proxy Starport Banshee build that I first used against Percival in a tournament. I know a lot of you guys watched. That was a pretty popular video, actually. So hopefully you guys also like that build in particular. Now, that build was one of those builds where, for absolutely no apparent reason, I just did it perfectly the first time, and then I've never been able to do it that well again. I think I probably did it an additional 3 or 4 times, I want to guess, and it never felt as good as the first time, so I guess... Yeah, I don't know. I'll just try to keep it simple. We're going to go for a double gas, Reaper, Hellion, Expand, and then play as greedy as possible, make 2 starports in the corner of the map, and I guess that's probably... I mean, it's the right recipe. Whether I'm going to do it perfectly again, we can only hope. Now, I think with this strategy, we can't really afford to scout, so it shouldn't be a big deal, because we are playing double gas anyway, right? So we're kind of safe, but I do usually like scouting in TVT, so missing out on that is a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. In my experience in TVT, the best builds, or the best cheesy builds, are often ones... builds that I like to call greedy cheeses. I've probably explained this concept before, but for a lot of strategies, cheesy strategies, you have to be a little greedy. Like, let's say you're doing a charge all-in against Zerg, right? You want it to hit as fast as possible. So what you'll do with a build like that is you'll play kind of greedy, right? You're only going to make 1 Adept, maybe 1 Stalker. You're going to cut gas. You're not going to scout, just so you can hit as hard as possible, right? And that's kind of a greedy cheese. Back in the days where I was still competing, I found out that most often the cheesy players, like I'm thinking of Haas, for example, I'm not sure if you guys know what it is, was a Taiwanese pro player that literally only cheesed, right? Like, he was just an Omega cheeser, and his macro game was so far behind that you could even predict it. He would beat a shocking amount of really high-level players. And then when I played against him, I would always win for free. No disrespect meant there, but it's honestly just how it was. Like, I won very comfortably, and I saw people of similar skill level to me, they would lose to him very frequently. And that's because they would be afraid of his cheeses. They would play a macro game while being afraid of his builds. But I had one look at his builds and noticed that he was just doing greedy cheeses, so I would just open with any kind of light pressure instead of playing scared, and he would just die. And that is also the weakness of builds like this that I'm doing, because now I already have to skip units, right? Like, if I make another Reaper or a Reactor, it's gonna be, well... Yeah, it's gonna be very tough to afford double Starport, so if he doesn't committed pressure, I might just be screwed right away. So that is a big weakness of these builds. I think I'm gonna go for the depot instead of the Hellion, which is also a little greedy, but I guess... I mean, I do have 3 units out, so it's not crazy. It's just, I am scared, for sure, but it's not over-the-top crazy, right? I think I'll make a Hellion first, right? I can also only make Hellions, skip making Marines, because those are expensive, and just get a tech lab with this guy. That sounds about right to me. And I need to get gases on my natural ASAP. Hopefully he doesn't pressure me with 5 units, because then SCV probably dies. I mean, rather the SCV than my army, of course, but still would prefer the SCV not dying. Might surprise you guys, but yeah, I would prefer it not dying indeed. Now, I do have to stay somewhat around this area, because if I don't, he can scout my base a little bit too easy. Now, I do think I'm gonna be... this might be a shocking move, but I'm actually gonna try to bring my SCVs back, because I'm already very poor, and I think it's necessary. So I'm just gonna move forward with my units. Okay, it looks like we're safe for now, and then we're gonna go back ASAP. So strategy here is we make 2 Banshees right away, and then we get Banshee speed for them, and then we try to snipe the Cyclone. If he went for 2 Cyclones, you rather have Cloak. If he goes for 1 Cyclone, then you would rather have the speed, because if he responds very, very fast to 2 Cloak Banshees, Cyclone can actually escape, and then you might still be in trouble. Against speed, they can't escape. If he has 2 Cyclones, then it's too much, you know? It does enough damage to your Banshees that you can't kill him right away. So then you would rather have Cloak and play Sneaky. Now, I'm obviously going to get both, but the Cloak is going to be a little bit delayed. Banshee speed's going to finish at about 520. What do I need to do next? I need to make either Cyclones or Siege Tanks, and I'm not quite sure which one it is that I want to get. Cyclones are better out on the map. Siege Tanks are better defensively. I think we're going to go for the Siege Tanks here, actually. We had one game against Cure that I came very close to winning. And I remember thinking that game that tanks could have actually helped me potentially win that game. Would have been tough, but still. Okay, so speed is going to finish pretty soon. Then I'm going to get closer to the base. What do I do now? It's a very, very tough one. I could go for the second factory. That was one of the things that I wanted to do in that Cure game that I just mentioned. Speed is actually going to finish at the perfect time. And look at this. This is some timing right here, guys. It's going to finish now. It's finished literally now. Look at that. Okay. We didn't find the Cyclone, sadly, for us. That looks... Is it 1 Cyclone? It is just 1 Cyclone. Perfect. This is why you get speed, baby. Cyclone is dead, and now he's going to have to launch a barrage of auto turrets to hopefully try and kill my Banshees. I can also just kill everything in the meantime. Here we go. More Banshees are going to join in. It's probably going to drop an auto turret about now. There we go. There's auto turret number 1. Cloak is now finished. I'm just going to cloak him in case his Ravens get too far behind. I mean, it's not like the energy doesn't serve any other purpose, right? So might as well. Here we go. He's going to drop another auto turret. Exactly. Dies pretty fast, actually. Reaper dies as well. Now we're going to be killing more stuff. Might as well get the tanks on my way out, I suppose. There we go. He's trying to chase me, but obviously... Oh my goodness, they're still all alive. That is so brutal. Oh, should I? No, I'm not going to go for the Cyclone. Okay. Let's repair up these homies, and then we have a new couple Banshees over here. I already went for the second factory. Once again, that's something that I wanted to do in that Cure game that we ended up losing. These guys are going to get repaired up. Let's see if we can find the Cyclone. Would be delicious if we can. Probably in the mineral line. No, it's not in the mineral line. Okay. Maybe he's moving across the map then. Not quite sure. Yeah, okay. Definitely moving across the map, right? There's absolutely no doubt about it. Let's repair the Banshees. He's going to lose every single worker. Let me get... second factory on the tech lab. That's going to be another dead Cyclone. Dude, the speed is so good against the Cyclones. They just die instantly. He's trying to make an engineering bay. Might as well cancel that for a little bit, actually. Now, I'm perfectly situated over here because he's not going to be able to break up the main ramp. Cyclone's going to die pretty much immediately. He drops... Oh, this is exactly why I wanted the tanks, by the way. He drops matrices, but that means that he doesn't have auto turrets, right? And then we can just straight up go through. GG is called. And this was an absolute obliteration, to be honest. 863 resources lost against 4,800 shows how strong this build actually can be. And this is, to be fair, this is the exact build that you're trying to counter, which is the most standard build there is in TVT, really. It is 1 Cyclone into Ravens, because the 1 Cyclone here, I don't think he microed it perfectly, actually, like he was a little bit too close to the Banshees, right? But against the speed, you simply can't escape. So you need to keep it next to your Ravens. You lose a bunch of SCVs. It's very awkward, but it's doable. But this build, really strong, especially if you're not playing against, like, I want to say the literal top 3 Terrans in this world. I think this build becomes stronger and stronger the lower you drop. But that is a beautiful game 5, the halfway point of this video. Maybe not, because the first 2 are absolute eternal bangers. Let's go to game number 6. Game 6 is going to be our first Protoss game. Now, it's going to be a difficult one here. because we are playing against a player that for you guys probably has an incredibly random name, but I know that it is Milky Cow, which is also a pretty random name, but that is a known professional player, so that is who it is. And for this game, I'm going to be doing the pretending to cheese while actually taking a hidden expansion strat. I don't know whether to call it a cheese or a strat or a build. I guess it's a little bit of all of them, but that's what we're going to do. So I don't remember exactly what we did in that specific game. I remember that it was... actually, it was a whole video on it. So it was, a couple of cool games in there that I do remember. I think since we're playing as a pro player, we need to add perhaps a little bit of extra mind game in there. So what I'm thinking is I should go for double gas, so it looks a little more convincing. I would imagine that I came to the same conclusion in those games. At least if I played against a Terran player, that makes a lot of sense. I should go for a double gas. Saturate them as little as possible while still making it look like I'm mining from them. So I would say that it's probably at least 2 each, if I want to guess. I don't have to saturate them until the SCV arrives, right? I mean, the SCV might not arrive as well. SCV scouting is not extremely common. I would say it's more of a sometimes not kind of thing. Then I'm gonna make the core before the Nexus, of course. In case he scouts, he need to see that I have a core before my Nexus. There we go. And then I'm gonna take the expansion. Is this okay? I was kind of thinking maybe I should chrono boost the probes a little more. Yeah, okay. If I do this again, I'll definitely know what to change a little bit. I think I need to just get the second pylon as well. The problem with the second pylon is that I have to proxy it, right? Because otherwise it doesn't look like I'm cheesing, really. It just looks like I'm doing a bad build instead. But I think I could have used a couple more probes here. Okay, so I think, yeah, I'll do 1 chrono boost on this. If I chrono boost my probes and I have less energy on the Nexus by the time the Reaper or whatever arrives, it also looks more like a cheese, right? So that makes a lot of sense to do. Now, continuously chrono boosting probes here is really not a bad idea, because I can recall them to this Nexus later on. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do something very sneaky. I'm going to wait here with my probe until I see a Reaper jump up so I can block it last minute. That is the idea. Let's see. Okay, it looks like it's not happening for now. I guess I'll just make it here. Here we go. Okay. Gonna make a couple of adepts. Do another chrono boost? Yeah, that would be okay. Right before the... there's a Marine. He's probably wondering what on earth is going on. Wait, why is there... 1 Marine just walking in my face was not what I was expecting, to be honest. But okay, very interesting. I mean, now he definitely thinks that we're doing something extremely cheeky here. So that is what I want. Now we're just going to be able to mine from this base. And then we're going to go for Blink Stalkers. What exactly I'm going to do, I'm not 100% sure yet, actually. I think 4-gate Blink is a good option. I'm going to go for a Sentry over here. Then I'm going to start making... Like, I could make a Robo as well to get detection. But the thing is that I would think if you play... Let me get Blink first. If you play against someone that looks like is cheesing, you don't want to go... Actually, I'm going to go after that. Let's see if I can find it. It could go over here, right? With the Hellion. Now he sees that the base is a little late. Okay, let me cancel this because I saw the Hellion over there, I believe. Let's see if I can find it now. Doesn't look like I found it yet. Gonna chrono boost this. Now, I would love to get a probe down in the bottom left. I was about to send it from the top right side, and that would have been incredibly dumb. So I'm glad that I didn't. I'm gonna warp 1 sentry over here. Yeah, so he's not going to go for Banshees. He's more likely to just do a big frontal attack. And for that reason, just making mass units is going to be better than, you know, going for detection or stuff like that. Wait, okay, he's still on 1 base. Yeah, that's beautiful, right? Look at that. Okay. I think he might have been looking for the hidden base already because that Hellion went off into a... I think it went off to this side, right? Could also be below here. I mean, this is just a straight up hidden base that he has no idea about it. Now, what do I need to do? I think I need to start making batteries because he is still on that 1 base. Let me see what I can find over here. It is a Cyclone building or a tank, of course. Could be both. I mean, I'm just chilling making units here from now on. Okay, so there he finally finds it. Now he's probably going to try to go across or something like that. Well, he's at least going to take his base, right? But now what I can do here, guys, very sneaky, is he went for Ghost? Wait, what did he think I was doing that you make... Huh. Oh, that's painful. Wait, hold on, guys. Ghost and Vikings. He thought that I was doing like a proxy void ray thing. I'm just gonna blink in here. He thought I was doing a proxy void ray. I think he legit wanted to EMP my batteries. I'm not even kidding right now. I think that's what he was trying. That is so funny. Well, I have never had the fake cheese work better than this, I think. Like, this is actually kind of crazy. I'm just gonna kill some more SCVs. Should probably do a little bit of target fire, so I actually get the SCVs down a little quicker. I can blink back over here because, this micro has been pretty good, actually. Let's see, can I get the red HP one? Oh, I didn't quite click on the right one there. Okay, unfortunate. Now, what do I do here? I guess I get a robo on this side. I'm not 100% sure. Hey, there's a couple of Marines over here that I can snipe. There we go. Might have a tank close enough. Not quite sure. Doesn't look like he does. I know he had the one Viking alive still. Oh, there's a Liberate. Oh, that's such good time. Oh, that's such plot armor by me. Oh my god, I mean, he could have paid attention to it as well, but that's pretty nasty, actually. I can't lie about it. Wow. Okay. So I got a Phoenix over here. If you have hallucinated Phoenix, you don't even really need, to have detection or high ground vision, I should say. Let's see what's up here. I'm just gonna blink in again, because 4-kit, here we go. The tank is gonna die in one more volley, and then we can go up here. Oh, that tank actually did get another shot off. I might as well just go for the ghost at this point. Oh, no, please. Oh, that's gonna hurt a little bit, that stalker or the tank shot rather. But that's okay. Here we go. Now, I guess we're just... I'll transfer from this base and I'll recall from the other base. That sounds alright to me. I'm gonna get a prism for up there. Now, I do need to make something that can actually help me beat his army later on, which is most likely going to be, I guess, charge and enough zealots. I think that makes the most sense. Here we go. Get a decent amount of probes over there. And now I think we're gonna need to add some extra gateways. I would love to keep attacking, but it also feels a little stupid to do that, right? If I just keep attacking no matter what, then at some point he's gonna get stim out, and that's gonna be pretty unpleasant. So, okay, let's see. Let's make a couple of gateways over here. Should we get armor? I feel like we should get armor, actually. What is actually better here? I'm not 100% sure. Armor or attack? Let's see what he has. It's so funny to go up against someone who has just like a random freaking... Oh my goodness, we killed the guy! Okay, that is just... what I just did shouldn't be allowed. That's like... I should take that back. I shaded one of them to his base, kind of just for the memes more than anything else, and then I killed... That's... No way, man. Come on, guys. Who invented this? Like, that is absurd. Hey, let's send Mr. Observer a little closer. Let's see if I can drop on top of the tank. That would be nice. He's gonna go for... He doesn't have stim yet. I mean, I can just walk into here now. Look at this. He's following this prism with everything. And then I can do this. Let's see. Should I go for the other tank? Yes, I should, definitely. There we go. That's gonna die as well. And now these stalkers are gonna be very hard to kill. Should I make Storm even? I'm not quite sure. There we go. Let me kill that ghost real quick. So he's not going to be able to use it later. Ooh, I should make definitely another nexus next to this, because I do have a gajillion workers over there. I guess making Storm would be cool. Yeah, we'll just go for the Storm. Why not? Okay. I still have that sentry Oh, it's actually chilling over here. Okay, I guess it's been doing a good job for me, so nothing to complain about. Might as well send these over here already in case I forget about them later. Now he sees that I have charge. He's not going to be very happy seeing that. That is for sure. Guess I'll just... he did stim already. I guess we're just going to back off because of the stim, right? That makes a little sense. That's the way you usually want to play against Terran, by the way. You just make them stim. That's pretty much like the entire TVP philosophy. Okay, so it looks like he was coming over here. Can I kill anything over here? Probably not. I can do a little bit of a warp in. That warp in is going to get cancelled barely, I think. Let's see. Oh, he didn't actually go for the cancel, but then I'm going to be targeting this tank over here. And this is going to be a very annoying fight for him to clean up. Might as well get back here. Load a couple of homies back in the prism. Get them over here. He doesn't really want to be chasing these stalkers, because then his main is going to be into a world of pain. Actually, I'm going to warp in here anyway, because the trades are just too good. I think it legit makes sense to do this at this point. There we go. Every single SCV dies pretty much. My homies are back at the front base. This game really has been the most illegal way I've ever executed this. And, well, not even I've executed it, just the way it went. Like, this was actually disgusting. I went for the fake proxy build, and he went for Viking Ghost. I don't even know what exactly he was going for. Okay, so he went Ghost first. And then Viking. I actually... And he went for a Marine before the Ghost. This really looks like some experimental stuff. Marine Factory Ghost. And then he went for the Vikings because he thought I was proxying a Void Ray. That's what happened over here. Probably wanted to make a medevac and actually, that's a pretty cool idea. Hey, I might steal this. Just, you know, if Milky sees this and you guys created Ghost and Milky for this one. I think he might have wanted to do some kind of Ghost Drop, EMP the battery, running with Hellions. But then he ended up playing one base Ghost Viking because he saw that I had no expansion. And he even switched these over. Oh man, this is painful. Marine Tank Viking Ghost on one base. Yeah, well... The build definitely worked. This was very painful. This was a 6k Terran, so I guess this was an extremely successful game. Let's keep it going. The second Protoss game is going to be against another Protoss, and for this one, we're going to be doing a DT Rush. Now, not the more typical DT rushes where you expand with Blink and then you do this. No, we're just going to go for a good old, absolutely brutal Dark Templar proxy. Ooh, guys, hold on. Hey, we are playing on the map where you can sneak in a probe in the back base because of this mineral worker only path. Okay, okay. I mean, it does feel a little obvious. I think I had one game. I don't actually remember against who that was. I think it was against Gerald, actually, where I proxied a barracks here, I believe, and he scouted it. And it kind of makes sense. I mean, that was a tournament and he knew he was playing against me, right? But if you're playing against me, or someone like me, I guess, and you know there's a possibility on a certain map that the probe can sneak into the back with the mineral-only path, or the worker-only path, sorry, then you're probably going to check for a proxy there. And I kind of feel like in PvP, it might be a bit too obvious, actually, because in PvP, it's pretty common to just, if you can, sneak a pylon in there so you can warp in 2 adepts later. So even if they wouldn't scout for a pylon for a Dark Templar proxy, right? They might still check for a proxy pylon anyway, and that doesn't sound great to me. So maybe I will just build it on the outside of the base somewhere. This is... Oh, he walled... Oh, no. Okay, yeah. For a second I thought he walled on the low ground. Something about his build was a bit weird to me. I don't know what it was. But it is going to be a 1-gate expand, so we're going to have to block this. Let me make sure to get the cybernetics core here. Then I only want to proxy a gate. Well, actually, I kind of want to proxy the Dark Templar as well. The DT Shrine, that is. Okay, let's go back home now. Or pretend to go back home at least. He sees that we're just chilling. This is actually my pylon to get supply. I don't think he's paying attention to it. This is very unfortunate right now. He's not paying attention to his probe, and he's following me all the way back home. Well, that's going to make it significantly harder to proxy. And we're going to have to use some... Let me actually damage him to just remember him that he's following me. Yeah, it actually worked. Okay, that's very funny. I was like, hey, bro, you're following me here. You might want to get off. And that actually worked out. That's nice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna proxy it maybe like here somewhere. Is it far enough away? Probably. I'm gonna do a double chrono on the adepts because I'm crazy like that. I'm gonna get a 3rd pylon to block that path in the back so he can't escape. I think that is a decent idea. As you can see, the probe is now officially stuck. I don't think the probe is gonna get here in time, so now we can make the Twilight Council. And I mean, those 2 chronos were really just like a pure mind game because I wasn't going to make anything else from those gates after that. I do still have a pylon over there. Do I need it? Not necessarily right away. I could also proxy a... I'm going to do it, actually. I'm going to proxy a robo as well. I know it's a bit crazy, but here we go. A robo, 3rd gate, and then we're going to make a Dark Shrine. He is going to scout my base at some point, probably with an hallucinated Phoenix, if I had to guess. So we need to keep that possibility in mind. Probe was not actually ready for this. I'm not... Okay, for some reason, only one of my adepts went for that. And see, he does have a robo. That robo is more likely for Immortals than to get detection. It would be pretty crazy to get just like a random robo for an observer at this point in game. He's also, yeah, you can tell he doesn't know what he wants because he's also building a Stargate over here. Okay, I'll get a pylon over here now. What do I need next? Is this probe stuck actually? Probe is stuck. Well, it's not going to be stuck for long anyway. I'm going to go for this. I need a battery in my main. And then, actually, I could also go for a hidden expansion with this, by the way. But then I need to save my probe first, so... Okay. He didn't go for the sentry, which is quite important here. How do I use my prism? I know it looks a little crazy. I think I want to warp DTs over there. Okay. If I warp them anywhere else, I think the Void Ray or whatever he's gonna have might actually get to it, which doesn't sound desirable to me. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead, take the base in the corner over here. Actually, I don't think I need that pylon yet. Might cost me the 3rd DT warp in. It's gonna be close anyway, but... Okay, here we go. So he has the robo, right? He's probably not gonna have anything here to spot. Okay, here we go. And then, is it not finished yet? Oh, the timing on that's pretty sick, by the way. Okay, here we go. Let's get those in here. And I'm gonna click one in each side. And I guess this one... Actually, maybe I could just kill this pylon over here. Look at this. I don't know if he has the observer. He might actually not have an observer. That would be the most disgusting way to win this game. He also doesn't see this prism yet. Oh, no, he did have an observer. Okay, I was gonna say... We just run away with this one. I don't think he notices the prism is there. Let me just try and get some swipes off. Here we go. Boom. Gonna get another one. And now we're gonna warp even more DTs in his base. Dude, this DT is gonna do it actually. Here we go. A couple more DTs will do the trick, I think. One is gonna go on that pylon. Actually, this one can go on that pylon as well. And then we have another Mr. DT over here. I'm actually gonna try to click this one around. Yeah, we don't even have to anymore. And GG is called. Wow. This game really shows that the DTs are such a torturous freaking unit because he was genuinely pretty prepared for this. Now, admittedly, he's not as prepared as you think he was because he didn't know what I was doing. Like, he simply didn't realize, right? Like, he went for a robo to make Immortals, and then I guess he kind of changed his mind and he went for the Stargate. I think, did he actually pick a Twilight Council as well? No, okay. It was just, for some reason, I thought I saw Twilight as well. So you see, he has one Observer, but he only has a couple units. The Observer's in the front. Really good choice to make that warp prison, by the way. Really freaking good choice. So at this point, he's 10 workers up. But then with just a couple units, he needs to take care of all those DTs. I was making an expansion behind it. My next plan was to get an expansion over here and make Blink, making it even more difficult for him. But yeah, these kind of builds, even if you're prepared, you also still have to be in position, which he wasn't. That's a fantastic game. Let's go to game number 8. Okay, for the first 2v2 game of the day, we're going to be going for Ghosts and Nukes. That was the idea. Now, we are playing against double Zerg, which could be either very good for me or very bad. It really depends on their playstyles. Ghosts, as you guys probably know, very good against Zerg in certain circumstances. Absolutely terrible in others, so I guess we will see. Now, I had two 2v2 strategies planned for today. I wanted to do Ghost and I wanted to do the Penguin Brothers, so hopefully we get to do both. That would be a lot of fun. Hello. Now, we are playing against two Zergs, like I said. Probably would be a good idea to open with Cloaked Ghost, because otherwise we're going to die to some Lynx. That would be unfortunate. I do feel like... Actually, I should go Gas first. I remember that from the game we played earlier, that Gas first would have been nice to play with the Ghost Rush. So that's what I'm going to do here. I want to get 3 Ghosts with Cloak. And then... I really just want to sync up with my teammate. I could play like super campy. I could play Mass Nukes as well. Like, there's always a bunch of options with the Ghost style, right? I could play super aggressive. Could go for Ghost drops. Nothing's going to be stopping me from making Medivacs this game. So, yeah, I suppose we'll see. I really don't know yet. I do know that we're going to make Ghost and that we're going to build some nukes. And we actually got a very nice map for nukes. Let me show you why. I know that you can nuke the natural from this low ground over here. And I have a Zerg teammate. So I could probably tell him to get an Overseer there or an Overlord, whatever, and then try to nuke that. That would have to be fast, because this is already the 3rd base for Zerg. Okay, so they're going to take that pretty quick, depending on their build order. I suppose we'll see. He's going for a little bit of a cheese. I'm not going to tell him that I'm going to make Ghosts yet. I kind of want him to just find out. I want to see if he's going to... I'm just curious if he's going to, like, respond to it, like... What are you doing? Or just like, okay, you know, bro has a ghost. Or he just leaves or something. I don't know. I just want to know what his genuine response is going to be. Ghost Academy is built pretty freaking fast, by the way. You guys ever notice that? It feels like a... Oh, I saw a couple links over there. It feels like a really high-tech building, but it's 29 seconds only, which is really fast. Okay, so one dude is cheesing us. I feel like my teammate has a really perfect build against that, because he's basically doing the same, but with more tech, I guess. That's what it looks like to me. Oh, there we go. Ghost number 1 is on the way. The other Zerg is not joining up yet. Okay, this is very, very scary, because if he gets Zergling speed, I can't really go out with the Ghost. But I would love to help him at this. Oh, that is a nice fight. Oh, he's gonna get walled into. Yeah, that was a disaster for blue. Absolute disaster. Okay, well, now I can get out. I mean, I'm gonna get one Ghost. My teammate is gonna go for some kind of a Link Flood, it looks like. It's good, trust. There we go. There's the response. Question marks are posted immediately. You never know, guys. You never know how your teammates are going to respond. That's why I didn't want to say anything. I was just curious, you know. What is he going to say? Okay. 3 Ghost, attack, Cloak, GG. It would be funny if it works out exactly that way as well. So I would like to at least get some nukes out of this game. I suppose we'll see. Nukes was really the main part of the plan here, more than just the ghost. I also could have done like 3 racks into nukes or whatever, because I really specifically wanted to launch some nukes here, but I guess we'll see. If it's going to end up that way, it is what it is. I don't know if this strategy is extra good with a teammate or bad. Like, I don't know if his units are going to help me more than the other team having 2 players is going to help them more. I'm genuinely not sure. Okay, factory is on the way. Should I guess it would be nice for him to come with me, right? Yeah, definitely. I mean, I do have cloak, so I don't even know if that's true. Or, well, I am gonna have cloak. I don't actually have it yet. Okay, I'm gonna be on my way. Lings are gonna be very easy to counter, of course, because I have cloak. A couple of lings over there that he countered very nicely. And now we're gonna move across. Let's see. Most of the time they don't have detection. That is kind of what I'm expecting here, but you also never know, so I want to be a little careful, I guess. Let's see what we got over here. He's making banelings, okay. This guy does indeed not have detection. He's making a lot of static defenses. Here, I'm gonna ping it for him so he can see the guy dying. That's what I want. I want him to see the other guy dying to my 3 ghosts, because he wasn't sure about my strat. This guy's getting absolutely cooked. Now my teammate has the opportunity to run it. Okay, it's just... I don't know how it always works. It's just, they never have detection. Like, on one hand, I swear, some of you are looking at this and you're like, dude, it's so obvious. How do they not make detection against ghosts? But it's just, it's so weird to just randomly make freaking cloak on your ghost. Like, if you go for an opening... See? I had to say it, guys. Come on. I had to show a little bit, right? I had to show off a little bit here. There we go. This guy's absolutely dead. I think red is also absolutely dead. And these guys are wondering what on earth just happened to them, because this is really not what you would normally see. I'm just microing my ghost around here a little bit. I'm not going to be able to snipe him because I don't have energy, first of all. And I also am gonna get damaged. Can I save this ghost? Probably barely, I would have to guess. Let's see, one more shot should do the trick. Exactly. And we just stay up in the main base. There's a lot of links over here. Actually, I'm surprised that my teammate got cleaned up there. I thought he was kind of chilling for the most part, but I guess the guy did make enough units. I think 2 Ghost Academies is enough. Overlord, please. I'm gonna ask him. Please, let me do the thing. Yes, oh, he's gonna do it. Okay, he trusts me now. You guys saw that I earned this trust right there? Yeah, I gotta be careful here. I'm actually gonna split these because I know that there's an... what's it called? There's an overseer from blue, right? So I gotta be careful with that. Let's see. Okay, he's chilling at the front. Here we go. Dude, I love this so much. I actually love that he just went for it too. Now they're gonna wonder where on earth this is gonna come from. Let's see. I need to find a perfect spot. There we go. That looks pretty nice. Okay, I'm gonna go for a little scan here. He does see it. Okay, he's moving his overseer. Look, he can't reach that ghost, by the way. There's absolutely no chance he reaches that ghost. Now I'm gonna drop another nuke. He's trying to find it, but he can't. Look. That is so cool. I hope my teammate doesn't run into my freaking nuke at the same time. That would be... Oh, no, he came back. That would be very, very painful. Okay, what do I go now? I think we're gonna get... Yeah, let's get some engineering base. Why not? Okay. I guess I'll uncloak this for the time being. It actually doesn't even need to be cloaked when it's there, because it doesn't seem like he realizes where it is. Teammate is making mad eco behind this, by the way. I don't know exactly how many drones Red lost, because I was looking at the minimap on his attack. It looked like, you know, he was actually just killing a crazy amount of stuff, but then all of a sudden Red was alive and he had 1,000,000 links. So I legitimately don't know exactly how it went. Yeah, he's trying to find the ghost, but he just can't reach it. I can just keep nuking that over and over. Let's see. Okay, teammate's Overlord is still alive. There we go. I'm just gonna nuke it again. I hope he... Okay, he barely doesn't see that, actually. There's potential for the other guy to move through with his roaches because he doesn't see it. There's nothing he can do. This is such torture. Oh, it's in my teammate's main base, actually. Okay. Why did he put Swarmost in the main base? That's what I'm wondering about right now. Actually, I can kill this Overseer. There we go. Let's cook that. Okay, there we go. These should be good enough to... He's gonna lose a lot of links for this, which is really pretty okay. Okay, so the Overseer is dead, so we don't have to worry about it too much. Teammate did lose a significant part of his economy here. So that is a little bit of a downside. I'm gonna make some medevacs now. And then we're gonna be... I mostly want to just annoy Red. I feel like Red has been left alone for too long. And I don't dig that. Okay, let's see. I could probably move this ghost around. I also want to help him at the same time. Oh, I do have a couple of ghosties over here. Look at this. Let's get some snipes off. Barely. Okay, there we go. Decent. Can just cloak this real quick. There we go. That was actually such a weird little engagement. I don't know if you guys saw the same thing I did, but it's like... It felt like his Swarmos ignored the roaches completely, and the roaches ignored the locust. It's kind of hard to explain what just happened. And we're going to be able to go across here. That nuke is going to get a nice little land, I think. Maybe kill the overseer over there, exactly. Then I'm going to go up here and just snipe the main base. I think that is going to be annoying for him to deal with. Exactly, look at that. Now we have Ghost Roach at the front against... just Roach. My cloak goes over here helping a lot. Let me restart a couple of those nukes. This one's gonna hit home. I figure there's no way he's gonna be looking that far forward. Yeah, look at that. Oh my, 45 kills on this ghost, by the way. Okay, I'm just actually gonna hide this over here. Let's see. Maybe I can get another nuke up at some point. Looks like he wanted to Nidus me. Okay, I mean, I can just go forward over here. I did actually aim that by accident. Look at this. Ghost Roach against Roach is actually just pure torture for the Roach guy. Because I can just stand behind my teammates' Roaches and snipe all of them. It looks like my teammate wants to back off. I have another nuke available, so we are going to drop that, of course. I don't even know when I got this Reaper, but I guess I got it at some point. Didn't do anything. 0 kills and 1-1, but there you go. And that was beautiful. And my teammate doubted me. That's why sometimes, guys, you just have to go with the flow, and that's what Max did. He posed some question marks with my build. Fair enough. Looks a little bit insane. But then after that, we absolutely annihilated blue, right? Let's see how much damage this guy took, by the way. Oh, it's because... he burrowed his drones. That's why. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. On the minimap, it looked like he lost absolutely everything, but he burrowed his drones. That makes so much sense. He actually still has the most eco here. He also had more than enough links. Okay, so red didn't actually take that much damage. Well, he did lose a lot of mining time here, right? But he didn't take that many drone losses. But blue got absolutely cooked. If you look at the resources lost there, I haven't lost anything yet, and blue has lost pretty much everything. So he was delayed. Then the nuke started popping off. This guy was going to lose another full base to the nuke, giving the ghost 60 plus kills if he stayed in the game. These nukes here were freaking annoying because this is half his economy, and he had to run the drones over and over. I think he lost an overseer and maybe some roaches as well at some point. Absolutely beautiful nukes. Let's keep it going. Okay, game number 9 is indeed going to be another 2v2 game. We're playing together with Crackling, who I remember to have been my teammate before. And we're playing against a Protoss and a random player. Hey, actually, guys, this might be the perfect map to do the Penguin Brothers on. I was going to do it regardless of the map, of course. But this map, I think, is perfect. Because, if you guys remember, I think the first video I did on the new maps. Hey, same. The first video I did on the new maps, I played on this one. And I was not necessarily complaining, but I was kind of talking about how this map didn't seem that good for most of my antics. Because it's very closed off. Like, you have these mineral walls, you have rocks over here, you have rocks over here. It's big. It's, so it's not that necessarily that good for like cheesy stuff, but it would probably be pretty good for air-based strategies. Now, in that scenario, I was thinking mostly about stuff like speed Banshees, right? But I feel like Mass Vikings will also do the trick. Now, I'm going to go for the full-on Penguin Brothers, which means I'm going to allow myself to make Viking, Hellbats, and even Thors. No idea if we're going to get there. Would be cool. No idea if it's going to happen, so I suppose we'll see. I'm going to be allowed to make a couple units early on, of course. Not going to be the strictest challenge ever, but I'm really going to limit it to, like, let's say a Reaper, a bunker full of Marines or so. That's probably some kind of scout, a bunker full of Marines, and then we're going to go pure Hellion Viking, make Hellbats, hit timing attacks, fly Vikings to their base, that kind of stuff. Should be a lot of fun. Now, this really is not the kind of map where you would go for the most aggressive Penguin Brothers timing, that is for sure. Once again, it's a very big map, and also it's really like it's a narrow ramp that they have to defend. Their naturals are not super far away from it. Like, I don't know, it's just kind of hard to see it happen. Okay, so we're playing against Protoss and Zerg. I think that is actually perfect. Because Terran is most likely, am I saying this wrong? No, definitely Terran is the strongest race against the Penguin Brothers. So the fact we're not playing against a Terran is great for us. Let me just help him with that probe real quick. Do I need a Marine? I guess I might as well make a Marine before the reactor. Yeah, that's okay. I'm considering going for a 3cc build. I'm not quite sure if that is smart or not. Does this map have Reaper jumps? I kind of felt like it did. I guess my pathing will find its way by itself. I mean, judging by the fact that my Reaper is going this way, there is probably not a Reaper jump, because otherwise it would have jumped here somewhere if the opportunity... I mean, this is a jump, but I guess you can't actually get to the other side because of the rocks, right? Okay, so 3cc in 2v2 is a little bit too dangerous, I guess, so I'll just go for the 2-gas option. I'm still gonna make a relatively fast 3cc, I think, because I'm not gonna go for the full-on timing attack. Third hatchery over here. Let's see if I can find anything here. Not that many drones. Can probably harass him a little bit and then jump into the Protoss base. I think that's the best idea. Might get a drone over there. No, okay. Good enough micro by Mr. Guy. That is not a jump-off spot, apparently. Okay. Slightly misleading there. Okay, so it's going to be a Twilight Council. This is going to survive on extremely little hit points. He's going to try to snipe me, but I can dodge that. Oh, barely not dodge the Stalker shot, though. That would have been a pretty nasty escape if I got that off. Now, since it's 3 hatcheries by the Zerg, I think it would be nice for us to go for a little bit of a Hellion run-by. Just with, like, the first 2 or something is what I'm thinking of. Now, when do I get the Could I just build it on location? Is that too crazy, guys? I mean, I don't think anything is really too crazy for me. I'm more just thinking about, you know, maybe it's a little bit annoying for my teammate if it's just too dumb. But I think it's actually going to work out here. I don't think I'm going to need too many Hellions too fast. I'm just going to build a 3rd in location, skip a whole set of Hellions for that. Actually, you know what I can do? I can just grab both watchtowers instead of the run-by. That might be a smarter idea here, right? Does it see absolutely everything? I think barely not, because it's a big map. Should be... Yeah, okay, so the middle path is not revealed. Bottom path is... Actually, that watchtower kind of sucks, if you look at it this way. Like, you can see drops, you can see a literal move out in the middle, or at the bottom path. Okay, so those watchtowers look very useful, aren't actually that useful, I think. Now, since we're setting ourselves up for a nice macro game... Oh, that's a 4. Okay, I love seeing that, because that means they're also setting up for a bigger macro game here. I think I'm going to go for the double armory is what I wanted to say. One thing that's a bit unfortunate for us here is that the Protoss player is on the back side. The reason why that is unfortunate is because 2 Vikings one-shot 2 probes, but they don't one-shot the drones. Or they one-shot 1 probe, of course, but not the drones. So that's going to be slightly annoying. We're going to have to get the double armory up at some point. There is no Overlord over there, I believe. Let me just take care of these. Teammate is harassing with oracles, which is great. Now let's get... Actually, that's kind of crazy to get them at the front, to be honest, but my hands decided, so I'm just gonna let it happen, I guess. Now we got our 2 Vikings over here. Let's see what we can kill. Even though we don't get the easy one-shots, it's still gonna be pretty annoying damage for him. There's an evolution chamber over there. Teammate is doing a great job communicating with all the pings and stuff, so I want to reward him by doing the same. And now, I think the right play is to go for another Starport already. Okay, there's a bunch... Oh, that's actually a lot of links coming across. I don't have my armories yet, so I can't more of Hellbats right away. I think I saw his links come over here. I think he was planning to move over here, but then he changed his mind. I think that's... Okay, I see them on the minimap there. Okay. Yeah, I want to be very careful here, because it's so easy for him to run by me and actually mess me up pretty bad, so... Let's keep that in mind. No upgrades yet on the links. I'm just going to run them around to see if I can see like an army of stalkers move across or something. Always useful to get that intel. Now we do have our armories. Let's start the air upgrades as well. And now we're going to be able to start pumping out a lot of Vikings. Teammate is... He's going to go for Void Ray. I like that, actually. Void Rays first is nice, because it's going to help stabilize us against stuff like mass stalker attacks. I have the Hellbats here now, which are going to be very useful against medium-sized Ling run-bys. Exactly, it can always land these. You see, it's just 400 minerals of Hellbats, but he already ran back. I mean, he probably could have killed 4 Hellbats with that, but it's also just not necessarily super efficient. Like, this feels pretty bad for him to do. Ooh. Actually, I tried to land all of them, but I only landed 1. That was not really going to get the job done, but it is what it is. I'm going to get a second factory here. The main reason for that factory is actually not to make more Hellions or to make Blue Flame. It is to get servos so I can land my Vikings quicker. This is really going to be a largely Viking-based strategy. And the Hellbats are more going to be to help deal with a medium amount of links / zealots. There's nothing over here. He did kill one of those rocks. That is actually interesting. So the rocks disappear slowly, right? But he killed one of them himself. So he could be like over here, for example, trying to blink in. Let's see, I'm just going to land all of them here and walk them in so I don't have to land them in his face. think that's a good idea. Let's get a couple extra gases for now. I think I'm doing pretty good. There is an infestation pit going. Dude, these Vikings are going to do so much damage already. Look at this. Can easily kill this spore crawler as well, by the way. The reason why that is important, because then I can lift off when I get surrounded by links. There's a lot of stalkers there, so I'm just going to try and... Wait, I can just hide here. This map has a lot of airspace. Holy cow, look at this. Well, hey, that is very annoying for him. The most annoying part about that, you know what it is the fact that normally when you hide stuff in the corners, it'll be something like a couple Banshees or an Oracle. So if you make your own anti-air unit, you can kill them. But this is 7 Vikings hiding there, so they need a lot of anti-air units to actually kill those. So it's going to be pretty annoying. I wonder if... I think Corrosive Biles might be able to reach that somewhat. Okay, my teammates... Oh, look at this. This is such a cool team play. And now, yeah, exactly. The Stalkers probably moved. They did indeed move. So now I'm going to go back in here. Okay, they're getting cooked already, guys. This is beautiful. Servo's on the way too. This guy's losing his entire mineral line right now. I'm going to do a quick scan. He's already back, and I'm just going to fly away. That amount of Stalkers, we probably could have fought against decently. Oh, that is going to be a painful moment for me over here. Okay, the Void Rays are coming. SCVs are going to die. I don't think it's necessarily that bad, though, because I'm still going to be ahead of the Zerg player in terms of economy. I don't think I cancelled my third CC. Could be wrong about that, but I don't think I cancelled it. Yeah, thank goodness my teammate was ready to help here. Now I'm kind of thinking maybe I should have gotten Blue Flame first after all. Oh, this is going to be nice. Look at this. Yes. These have really good upgrades too, by the way. Oh, he's going to go for a recall. I think we actually stay here. I think flying away would be a little bit too late, and my Vikings are good against Stalkers anyway. As you can see, they are taking a lot of damage. Can I target 2 of those low ones, maybe? Exactly. There we go. Okay. Now, the position we find ourselves in is quite strange. That can probably be said for like every single game in this video, but still. I feel like the Zerg player really is quite dead. My Protoss player is extremely alive, and actually where the... Yeah, I know. Oh, that's actually pretty good for us, I think. Look at this. Oh, look. I think we have the right amount of... We're going to kill so many links here, guys. This is absolutely massive. Let me close the depots to make sure. I can land my Vikings a little bit closer. So the links are going to auto-attack the Vikings over here. Look at this. There we go. Okay. So we killed... Oh, those links did a little bit too much damage here. That's a little bit of a mistake by me. We killed a lot of links there. And the Zerg already doesn't have a lot of eco. Attack? I think we can actually go for it. Because I have servos, I'm going to have Blue Flame as well. We have a lot of... Like, Viking Void Ray would destroy the Stalkers. Like, it's not even funny, actually. I think this might be the scariest thing you can see as someone who has a lot of Stalkers. Like, Viking Void Ray is not what you want to see. I'm going to land them already, actually. I think that's the right idea. Okay, so he has Infestors. That is a nice scam. I think it's a good time for me to get a 3rd Starport already. No? Okay. I mean, I'm going to go with my teammate because... I've talked about this before. It's better to just follow your teammate even if he does the wrong thing, unless it's like you're sure you can win the game type of thing, right? In this case, I'm not 100% convinced. I'm just going to go with my ally. Looks like they might... Oh, you don't want to do that, my friend. Yeah, exactly. Okay. I think I can hold them pretty decently, actually. I mean, I have 1 million Vikings. I'm going to have 2-2 on these Vikings, by the way. Don't have an engineering bay. I wanted to make, what's it called? A sensor tower, but I didn't have it yet. Okay, I think they're going to go for a big attack. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, okay, so there's a bunch of links here already. I'm going to be ready for that at least, which is great. Would have been even greater if he wasn't paying attention. Sadly for us, he was. Maybe I can be a little sneaky here and just send a couple Hellbats down there. It's possible that he's just waiting there with the links to go for another big attack, right? Let's see. If I can find him, that's going to be quite nice. Keep in mind these Hellbats, they don't have attack upgrades, but they do have +2 armor, which is obviously very, very helpful. Teammate managed to deny at least 1 base, which is great. I should probably keep my rest of my units a little more in position as well. Should I go for the 3-3 here? I think the answer is actually yes. I got the wrong upgrade. Yeah, exactly. I should go for the 3-3 here, because then my Vikings are going to be incredibly strong. How many units does he have? Did he lose his Void Rays? No, okay, he did. That was a little scary there for a second. Gonna try to get this base, keep a couple of my Hellbats over there. Next scariest thing, what would it be? Maybe like Ultras, actually? Ultras are pretty scary against Mass Vikings, but I do have fantastic upgrades, so I'm not sure if they are going to be that scary. My supply is looking extremely healthy. I think Thors are actually... You guys might be thinking, okay, it's really... We're arriving at the late game. Maybe it's time for Thors. I think Thors are off the menu here. The reason why they're off the menu is because he has Infestors. And infestors with neural are like the biggest counter you can have against Thors. Like it's ridiculous, right? So don't necessarily want to play into that. Let's see, keep you over here. Maybe I can send a couple to the back. My Vikings are going to trade amazingly against those. The problem is that he can keep kiting and running away. Actually going to lift a couple of these. This is going to be a planetary already. I'm slightly afraid of the Zergling run-bys here. I feel like that's going to be annoying to play against. Let's see. I mean, our army is freaking gargantuan, actually. Like, it really is gargantuan. He does have the infestors as well. Question mark? I mean, my army's hella strong, bro. He doesn't want to fight. I would actually kind of like to fight over here, okay? I think it's a good time to fight. The Void Rays are going to destroy the Corruptors as well. Like, the Fungals are not going to be that bad because he can't jump on top of the Void Rays anyway. Please don't run away. Fight, my friend. Why are you running? You crazy. No, why did he run away in that? I'm almost winning this fight by myself. Dude, hello? Oh, man, that's the biggest abandonment in the history of abandonments. Oh, that was brutal. Ooh, what a terrible play by my teammate that he doesn't even realize it. That hurts even more somehow. Oh, man. Like, we were legit gonna crush that fight, especially once he blinked forward. It wasn't even gonna be close. Now I lost my entire Viking fleet. Yeah, the thing is, you can't really fall back with the Vikings at this point. Yeah, that was... Don't want to be too harsh on my teammates. You guys know me, but that was genuinely pretty terrible. So that sucks. Okay, let's see. How many Vikings do I have? I have 6. What can I do with 6 Vikings, you would think? It's actually more than you would realize. The reason why it's more than you realize is because I can buy time for these turrets to finish. This is going to be a nice little trade here. I'm going to lose SCVs, but that's okay, to be honest. Like, at this point, the SCV count is not the most important. More important that I survive. One thing that scares me a little bit is that Void Rays, even though they're very good at some stage of the game, they're not going to be that good anymore once the spellcasters come out. I can't believe he's fighting now. Oh my goodness. Like, look, like, legit, he's scaring them away by himself after I lost my entire army because he abandoned me. Oh, this is a tough one for sure. Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, that's a really bad blink. That's a terrible blink, actually, because I have to look at the Vikings. He's targeting the Void Rays. Fight, just fight. No, stop flying away, bro. Oh my goodness. If this guy realized... Look at this. He's gonna be like, oh, okay, You're saying we could have fought all this time. That's what he's thinking right now. Yes, that's why I was picking you, brother. Oh my goodness. There's barely any Corruptors too. These Void Rays have 3-2. It's 3-3 Vikings and 3-2 Void Rays against +1 Corruptors or whatever he has. It's really not that significant. Okay, that's another terrible blink because I have the Vikings over here. A couple of Hellbats. I think they barely weren't able to get the shots on the Zerglings that we want. The upgrades on the Vikings are so good. He also has pretty decent upgrades on the Zerglings, though. GG is going to be called. And this was an unfortunate game. At the same time, I think you could see the power of the Penguin Brothers. Let's just quickly go back to that fight and see what the supplies were and stuff like that, right? Because I'm pretty curious about it. This was before the big fight happened. Okay, so this is where we chased them. Let's see what it looks like over here, okay? So this Zerg has 173 supply, but it's completely upgradeless Corruptors. Actually, completely upgradeless. I thought I was exaggerating there, but no upgrades. It's 3-2 Stalkers against 3-2 Void Rays. And are we going to finish the upgrade soon? No, 2-2 Vikings as well. They just look at this fight over here. It's 20 Vikings and 16 Void Rays against 40 Stalkers, which you guys might be surprised, but that's actually a pretty easy victory. And worst comes to worst, this is the fight that we had to take. They gave us an opportunity on a golden platter because our economy sucks. I mean, look at this. This is us, and this is them over here. The Protoss player has 100 workers, okay? We didn't want him to get any richer. If you're wondering what Protoss can do, even when they're maxed, is they just add another 20 gateways, so when you lose their army, they warp in 30 Stalkers at once. So this really was the one moment to fight. At the same time, I don't really want to blame him too visually, because honestly, I mean, it looked like a tough fight. I understand it, right? Like, it looked like he didn't want to be fungled or whatever. It's all fine. He did his best. He wasn't BM towards me or anything. He just kind of... You know, we misaligned. I guess it is what it is. Penguin Brothers did not work this game, but I saw the potential. That was game number 9. Let's go to the final game. The final game of today is also going to be the first Zerg game, I believe, and we are going to be doing a macro Spinecrawler rush. If you guys remember the video that I did with the Evolution Chamber macro Spinecrawler rush wall, yeah, that's a game that actually happened if you didn't see it. That was one of my all-time favorite Zerg games. it made me think that ZVZ was perhaps the best Zerg matchup instead of the worst one, which I believed for a long time. That guy was just, it really left an impression with me because I think I had like 3 ZVZ games or maybe even 4, where the Spinecrawler Rush, in particular the macro one, not the all-in version, looked legit strong against Zerg. Like, it was legit a good build. And then I had one game where I had, I think it was like maybe 3 or 4 spines in the natural of the Zerg. They tried to break out with Banelings, but then I already had an evolution chamber wall there. Well, it was beautiful. I don't think we're going to be able to recreate that against Protoss, but hopefully we can recreate a little bit of the magic at least. And let's see where Mr. Guy has his gateway. Is that a forge? It is a forge. Well, okay. I mean, then we're going to switch it up a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to build a hatchery here. And then if we can still Spinecrawler Rush him, that would be great. So what he's going to do is he is going to cannon rush me on this side. And see, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 3 drones because he's not going to expect me to pull drones anymore, I think. I think that's how this is going to go. He's going to build a cannon. He's not going to expect me to actually still pull the drone. So he goes for the gateway first. Exactly. And now he doesn't have the space for the cannon anymore because he wants to build that cannon over there, most likely. Let's see. He could probably pull a couple of extra drones over here. Now, what I want to do is I basically want to still Spinecrawler rush him. But, okay, so I'm going to start attacking this. He's still trying to make a cannon somewhere else, I think. Let's see. Okay, so that looks like it is going to die. I don't have my camera hotkeys, which makes it a little bit more tough. I'm actually going to send these drones across the map as well. Please take a hit. Yes, he did take a hit. That's beautiful. Okay. I'm going to make a bunch of links. He does indeed lose that. Now, I guess I'm still going to send those drones across the map, like I said. He's making a cannon next to this, so I'm going to cancel this. He's sending in... Oh, my goodness. Cannon rushers, they're even crazier than me. They never stop cannon rushing you. Like, it doesn't matter how many times it fails, it never ends with them. Now, I got 3 drones over here, which entire purpose is to make sure that he can't wall off, and then I'm still gonna make spine crawlers over there. Now, I will supply look for what's it called? Let me see if I can micro that. Look at that, beautiful. Ooh, no links lost, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So I have 3 drones. Okay, this is getting a little bit too silly, honestly. Now I'm gonna go into his main base. He's gonna try to wall it off. I'm gonna make... Dude. Oh, no, if only it was possible to wall him off with hatcheries, I would have done it. I legitimately would have. Okay, so he has a cannon over there. That cannon is definitely gonna finish. Did he get a full wall off? The answer is not yet. Probably gonna try. Let's see if I can get in here. He is gonna let me in, which is great. I actually managed to kill the pro over there. Oh, sucks that he got just another... Let me kill this pro real quick. Sucks that he got just another Zergling with that cannon. Would have been so nice if he didn't. Okay, so I'm just gonna start running around again. I'm gonna take his gas for the memes. He's now gonna build a Stargate, which is kind of hilarious, to be honest. Okay, so that cannon is going to go up, unfortunately. This one I'm gonna have to cancel. I don't think it would be smart for me to keep getting that one. Let's see if I can kill any of these. Doesn't look like it. I could have maybe blocked this expansion for another eternity. I think that might have been a little smarter, actually. Let me just start pretending to go for the workers. Gonna start making some queens at home. I could still make a spine crawler out of this. The problem is that I want to use... Oh, I want to use all of these drones. I don't know if I can actually get by, though. This drone can sneak this way, I think. I don't know if I can cancel this one. Let's see, let me cancel that guy. Okay, that's gonna survive on... Oh man, the range of the cannon is a little bit bigger than anticipated there. Not gonna survive with that one. Can I get this one by? I'm actually starting to doubt it a little bit. Wait, if he's not paying attention, then I'm just gonna build another one over there. Let's see. Okay, so this is... Okay, can I block it one more time? Oh, he actually has an adept, and I'm just gonna take the gas. I am legit gonna make a spine crawler in his base. I mean, this hatchery did finish, by the way. Or, well, it is going to finish. I don't think he really was paying attention to this one. I mean, at this point, he's already starting his void ray or whatever he is starting, right? So he is gonna go for the expansion. Let me see if I can sneak... Oh, wow, why is the adept still there? He's actually just completely ignoring the freaking threat of the spine crawler. Probably, I guess he's making a void ray. Otherwise, he wouldn't be so confident in this, I think. With an oracle, I think he would be a little more scared. Okay, so I'm going to start building more drones. This is going to stay alive for now. It is actually an oracle, surprisingly. Oops. You know what? I'll just take his gases, I guess. Why not? Okay. And then there are a couple of links coming in here. Let's see if I can hide this one down here, whatever it's going to do. Okay, so there is Mr. Oracle. I do have a spine crawler, which I'm going to be able to move a little closer. I can actually make another spine over here too, because I might as well start that, because why not? Oracle's going to run out of energy, so he's going to have to transfuse, or what they call it, energy recharge that one. Okay, this one's actually still alive. Let's see, does he... Oh, we're going to be able to kill the adept. Yeah, okay, there we go. He was forced to use an energy recharge on that, which I actually think is pretty nice. I'm going to make 2 more drones over here. As you can see, the Oracle is still about to run out of energy. It's really not that pleasant for him. I don't really want my queen to take damage here, so let me just run back until it's out of energy. I have a million queens over here, because I might as well go for a 3rd hatchery at this point. I did take both of those gases. Oh, you made another Oracle. Let me just try to make some spines over here. Let's see, that one's going to get cancelled immediately. The other one is going to survive the Oracle shots, I think. Yeah, it is barely going to survive. Look at this. Okay, so I got a couple more links on the way. All in all, this is just like an absolutely disgusting distraction, by the way. Like, it really is. Okay, what do I even... Ooh, let me cancel that real quick. What do I make now? I'm not quite sure, actually. Got another queen on the way. This queen is mostly just going to be very annoying. I'm going to drop a creep tumor in his face. Can I stand on it? No, we're not going to be able to stand on it. I think he activated... Yeah, look. He activated the Oracle for like a couple shots only. Yeah, I think I should probably start getting some gases now. I can't believe that this Spinecrawler Rush of all ones still actually... Almost gonna get that. That still actually freaking worked, by the way. Isn't that ridiculous? Ah, you had some more battery energy on that, unfortunately. Did I build something? I did build another Spinecrawler up there. Yeah, let's start getting some Spore Crawlers now. All in all, a somehow successful Spinecrawler Rush. I really don't know how. Be very careful if you copy this one, because... It really didn't make much sense, to be honest, but somehow it worked out. Really not the, how would you say, not the cannon rush defense that I would recommend usually, but if it works, guys. What can I say? It's just how StarCraft works, you know? Sometimes things work, and you just kind of have to roll with it. Okay. Got a bunch of queens in the correct position. Oh, it's actually going to be quite annoying for him. I have a transfuse on that guy, by the way. There we go. Can we get one? I have another transfuse. He's being so brave with these oracles, please. Yes, deserved. Massive. That's probably the best queen micro I've ever done. Mostly because I don't usually micro my stuff. But, you know, I'm just going to sneak in a couple links over here. Let's see if he's going to let me do it. Would be very funny. Okay, how many drones do I want? Probably about 50, I think. Can I... Oh, no, I don't have the lair yet. Dude, if I had the lair, that would have been delicious to do. Just to put down creep on that base. Okay. So, the situation of this game is I have no idea. That is the most accurate that I can possibly describe it. Okay. He's taking a base over here, which seems pretty good for him. I guess I'll just get +1 attack. How many gases do I need to hit a good timing attack? Loses another Oracle, by the way, which is not worth it, actually. For just one... what was it? 2 or 3? I think it was 3 drones, right? Yeah, not 1 drone. Let's be realistic here. But it was 2 or 3 drones. Oracle's actually worth more, and now I can just rebuild them anyway, so it's just not really that big of a deal. Now, I'm gonna make... I don't know if he had a Twilight already. That's kind of what I'm afraid of. If he didn't have the Twilight, then I'm gonna be able to make more drones. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna go up to 60 over here. I'm trying to be a good Zerg player, which is really not my expertise at all. As you guys probably know, if you've seen my Zerg play more often. What I'm trying to do here is just go for like a really fat roach timing, and I'm trying not to die to a Stalker attack at the same time. I think it's time to start a lot of those. That sounds like a lair finishing, so I can start building a lot of roaches now. I think I want to go for Hydras as well. Oh, he's going to lose another Oracle, I think. Yes, okay, I was kind of afraid that I should have stutter stepped. I didn't want to actually do negative micro and ruin it there, so... I think going Hydras behind this would be the best idea, so we're gonna go for like a Roach Hydra timing. Extremely old school, by the way, but I kind of dig the idea. I haven't even... I have link speed, right? I do have link speed. Okay, should I... I think I can actually make like a little wave of links and just kind of send those around into the base. I mean, I would imagine at this point that he does have... a shield battery or something like that. Do I make a couple more drones? For some reason, it's telling... my brain is telling me to make a couple more drones. I don't know. It just seems like the right idea. So he's gonna go for a Robo. He does have a Twilight over here, which he didn't have before, I believe. I guess I'll go for... the speed first, and then we'll get range. He's playing it quite careful somehow, right? So it feels like the right idea. That's actually a very nice find over here to just make a couple more drones. There's actually a Zealots. Not even Stalkers, it's freaking Zealots. Okay, so he was gonna go for some kind of all-in. Yeah, what we're gonna do here, guys, is we're gonna play this extremely... this is actually super nice for him to fight against the queens. Just to make sure that I kite properly. Okay, do a couple of transfuses, then we run the drones over here, and then I think we're gonna get a good enough fight from this. It's always a little questionable, but I think we're gonna get a good enough fight from this. Let's try to get the roaches to fight against the stalkers. Let's target that low HP Archon over there. Got a Spore Crawler over here as well, in case he wants to involve oracles or observers or whatever he's gonna have. Yeah, I feel like this really should be good enough for us. Once again, really not a Zuri expert by any means, but this really feels like it should be good enough for us. Exactly, these Archons are definitely going to die. Got a couple of... Actually, no transfusions, never mind. So he didn't even make Blink. He just made Stalkers and then he made Zealots. The reason why I'm going in here so viciously is because we can target fire those Stalkers pretty easily. Then we go behind the Queens, which is the exact way you want to play this. And there we go. Now, I moved all these drones away. I didn't actually lose them, so let's move those back over there. One drone can stay for perfect saturation. Saturate the gas. Actually, hey, that was pretty good. Huh. I don't even hotkey my queens or anything. So that, could have made it a little bit easier if I did. But I'm actually legitimately kind of happy with that one. Oh, I don't want to fight against that, though. Let's see if he took a fourth base behind this. I think that would be a nice idea. Get you over here. Do I have enough queens in each base? Looks like I do. Fix the saturation a little bit. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make mass hydras and try to go for a big attack. I think even going for Lynx would be a pretty decent idea. I think I should actually fight against this, to be honest. It's easy to overestimate the Stalkers, but they don't actually have Blink, right? At least he's probably going to get it pretty soon. Yeah, look at that. Okay, that's very nice. Okay, underestimate my army a little bit there. I don't think I want to try to get the Immortal Snipe under the battery, though. I feel like that's something that I would do that would be an absolute disaster, so I don't think we want to go for that one. Just making more and more Hydras. Probably get a fifth hatchery as well. Not necessarily for the eco, more for the larva, but if we want to transition, then it would be nice to have that. Let's saturate this gas over here. How many Hydras do we have? 10 Hydras is also not that magnificent, right? If we're being honest. The reason why I'm so far forward here is because I don't want him to be able to get Storm for free, basically. That's the idea, right? If he's gonna... Let's see. He doesn't have energy on those yet, so there's probably no Storm yet. Let's see. Okay, even if he does, we should be... Oh, those Lings actually so helpful. I can't believe that those Lings were that epic. Look at that. Okay, so we use the recharge on the battery. Hydras are gonna take care of the Templar. Let's make sure to actually kill that Archon, not have it morph in the middle of my stuff. Target down those. Okay, so he has a mothership, which is extremely interesting. I don't even know where my overlords are, so I guess I'll have to find those. But the thing is, I already killed his army, so the mothership doesn't actually do that much anymore. Okay, let's run these for a little bit. I can actually kill this pylon instead. There we go. Cloak is gonna run out, by the way, for that mothership as well. There we go. We do clean that up as well. Let's make sure that the mothership is extremely strong these days, by the way. So you want to be very careful because it can kill your Hydras. Oh, looks like he's not paying attention for a sec, so I'm gonna go in here. There we go. You do really want to be kiting with that one. Now I was gonna back off, reinforce with roaches. Didn't need to do it anymore, and that is going to be at 1337 for the old school gamers. Perfect game timing to have as well. And this is extremely impressive, by the way. Not necessarily talking about my Zerg play as a whole. I was very happy with this game from my perspective, knowing that my Zerg kind of sucks. But this is very impressive. Trading that efficiently against a Zerg when Zerg is supposed to be the somewhat inefficient race that has a lot of eco. That's actually very, very nice. Now, what I'm curious about is to see the situation after the cannon rush, because I would like to know if this stuff even really worked, right? So the drone count looks okay. The fact that I still had this going on for a while probably made this better for me. I feel like Protoss should be up in drones or up in workers until it's about 40 workers or so. So it's kind of hard to tell because I didn't have link speed yet. I had more queens that I would normally have. I would have more I had more drones than you would normally have. And I still had a distraction over here. So I would actually say that this worked. Now, the thing is, with the way we defended that cannon rush, the situation should have been better for us, so I would still not recommend it. But if you want a very funny clown game, then just start building hatcheries and spine crawlers in your opponent base and see what happens. Probably not rally like 4 drones across the map by accident and steal his gases. That one would have helped my economy for sure, but that's going to be it for today. We played 1 game at least of every race, ending with the Zur game here, a couple of 2v2s in there as well, and hopefully this encapsulated the vibes of my 2025 pretty well. Hope you guys didn't miss any strategies in particular. Probably did because there's so many, but I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. That's going to be it for today. If you enjoyed this, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one. Adios.